you geeks and gamers better stop jerking off to me, okay? I smell like burnt hair, Julie. That isn't stopping you. I talk to you like you're retarded because I think you're all retarded. I see the chat. I see you in the chat. Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl. Frostbitten.
Do not come. Do not come.
You're on track for the sequels, I think.
Well, that depends on whether we're successful. We got it all teed up, all ready to go. You know, movie 3, movie 4, movie 5. They're all written, they're all designed.
World premiere.
Hello. The bond. Feel her.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You may tell her what to do. Inside. For now, say where to go.
Forward.
I gotta fucking sneeze. Fuck, man. Whew. Excuse me. Excuse me. Man, I sneezed in the middle of that, which sucks.
Well, it's official. Splash Mountain is no more, and there are only a few more weeks left to ride it. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming my way.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity.
Jay!
There are some people that ask me, how on earth can you watch this? Well, I present to you Exhibit A.
I have to go tinkle in the bathroom. It's hot in here, man. Breathing heavy. I'm about 35 years old, but the body feels 56.
What the that Jay in Song of the South? What the fuck? That's not going to help the Geeks and Gamers narrative right there. Holy shit. That's my movie.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Jay Hailstorm.
I'm 30 years old, but the body feels 56. It's got to be like one of those drunk comments ever.
God dang it. Had to call for Jay. Welcome to Tuesday night's main event. It's here. We're here. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of crazy people in Hollywood, a lot of crazy people in the media, and Drunk 3PO may or may not be here. I don't know. He has a super chat requirement and a viewer requirement now. That's what happens when you're at 69,000 subscribers for 8, 9, 10 straight months, whatever it's been. He's that big of a deal. So I'm not sure what his requirements are. So maybe just send him and we'll figure it out if he actually is you're going to be worthy of having him here. We'll see. But Ryan from RK Outpost, what's up, man?
Not much. Just trying to get over that intro. I was not ready for any of that. but yeah, it's Tuesday night's main event. We've had a busy couple weeks. There's a lot of things, a lot of big changes happening, a lot of good things happening in the beginning of the year. So it's all good. Just trying to keep up with it. If YouTube would stop, just fucking having a seizure for 8 hours like it did yesterday, we can keep going. I know Josiah was upset about that. He had a lot of Tom Hanks videos that really got nuked because of the YouTube going down the way it did. Josiah, it's Josiah's happiest week ever because Tom Hanks actually released a new movie. A Man Named Otto, I think is what it is. So,
oh yeah, I totally forgot that was actually coming out this week. So
there's got to be a lot of fucking interviews and things to comb through though with Tom Hanks now.
The fact that Tom Hanks than Josiah is very concerning.
You cut out. What did you say?
I said the fact that we know more about Tom Hanks than you is very concerning.
Yeah.
So...
Well, yeah. I mean, I honestly when he's actually in a movie, I don't really care that much. It's just what he says outside of the movie that I care about. So,
I mean, that's kind of how I feel about Brie Larson. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I totally do. Young Rippa, Eric July, what's up, man?
What up, man? Another Tuesday nights.
main event. I don't know what the fuck happened with YouTube yesterday. Or anything. I paid people good money to pay attention to that shit, and nobody could figure it out. So yeah, there's that. But it is good to, of course, be back on a Tuesday. Same old shit with me working nonstop. I'll be working during this damn stream. So if people see me like veering off, like my
look at him, he's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Look at Ripa. Ripa looks
working.
very uncomfortable. Look at when Ryan's talking, Ripa is very uncomfortable. Imagine thinking Ripa would stay somewhere that he's uncomfortable without saying something. Like, what the fuck kind of nonsense is this shit? You look at him, Ripa's not paying attention. Ryan's talking, Ripa's very uncomfortable. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, people are weird. People are fucking weird. That's always fun. As well, people bringing up weird shit, and I get to make a little money off of. We haven't had any takers for like monetize your haters over a week or so. Unfortunately, I thought I was gonna have one on Sunday right before the Mario Kart stream, but chickened out. So that was unfortunate. So I need one of these idiots to bite so I can make another like $2,000 or something.
You got a haircut this week, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't got that little afro thing anymore. That shit's gone. I'm just straight up bald.
Yeah.
There you go.
He covers it up with a hat.
They'll find it, the haters peer pressured him enough. They made fun of his hair enough. And he finally,
because my hair grows the way it does out of its head because I'm black, I guess was the problem to some people. But yeah, all is good, man. And yeah, man, I'm excited for a lot of bullshit's been happening over the last couple of days. We're gonna be talking about today, so should be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm really glad, like, with the news that Marvel stars agree with me on my take on the Batman. I don't know if you heard that update, Ripa.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, man, I thought it was pretty funny.
Was it the dude talking about villains?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
There ain't nothing more I can say other than LOL. Kumail Nanjiani was told people don't want to cast non-white actors as villains. The Eternals actor suggests progressive-minded Hollywood decision makers are limiting the kind of roles that people of color can play. Man, it's almost like it's on the nose for current day Hollywood, isn't it?
Yeah, I gotta do a video on this. I haven't got to speak about that quite yet.
Jesus, man, I could not help but fucking laugh when I saw that shit.
Think about 4 years ago, when we all kind of really started talking about this and how like people acted like we were just literally inventing shit that was, and now it's like so obvious. Like even normies are seeing what's going on now because it's everything that we've predicted, everything that we said was going on is just happening in widespread doses now. It's through media, because back then it was just a couple of movies that we were pointing out that it's happening. Now it's just literally every fucking show, every fucking movie, everything that's happening. And it's pretty funny to watch it all play out. And of course, the same people that were saying we were inventing that, now they're coming up with an all new cope. So let them.
Didn't you watch Wakanda Forever? They had a brown person as a villain. Oh, you mean the guy who was only the way he was because of fucking white devil colonizers? And at the end of the day, they fucking made up and everything was cool. That villain, that brown villain. Okay, don't you Kang the Conqueror? They race swapped him. He's black now. That should make you wonder what they're about to do with Kang the Conqueror and what his motivations really are. I'm sure there'll be some kind of sympathetic, he's doing it for a bigger cause kind of thing. Just wait.
To say it was invented from the first place is ridiculous. Like, the whole idea of representation is you see yourself on screen. And so you come from that. If you see yourself as a criminal or a villain on screen all the time, they're going to say, well, you're representing them wrong. This is what you think of them. This is... So obviously it's going to go down that line where, like, well, actually, if we're actually meant to be representing real-life people rather than just a good story, we're going to have to display people in a good light. So who can we actually put there that is allowed to actually be disliked? And there's this whole idea of, you're not justifying crime. You go into The Witcher, where the hero actually says to the villain that's wiped out most of her family and all of her friends and everyone's loved ones, and she goes, you know what, you were right. The only problem with you was that you didn't go far enough. There was one person left. That was her only complaint with all of the villain's actions. Oh. Morality in Hollywood today is gone.
It is wild. We did get one of the most sarcastic followers we have, which is Blue-Eyed Scorpio, gifting 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Blue Eyed Scorpio, rocking the RK Outpost hat. Dude, his sarcasm is next level, and he's like committed to it. He's committed to it like a
never breaks.
He's got like an Undertaker level commitment to his character. Like he's just like, it just won't back off. He'll say the worst shit about me or somebody else, and then the people in the comments are coming at him, and he just owns it. I love it, dude. You got to respect somebody that's committed that much. So thank you, Blue Eyed Scorpio. Josiah Rises, what's up, man?
Yo, happy to be here. I love the intro. The best part about it was, of course, Ryan getting sexually harassed by a Navi. That's pretty great. So
that was more than harassment.
That was pretty awesome. So, but no, it's good to be here. I'm excited to talk about what we're going to be talking about tonight. So it's going to be good.
Hell yeah. Well, good to have you back, buddy. And, just update you on, we'll keep you updated on Tom Hanks movies, anything going on. So, Disparu, it's been a while since we had him here on Main Event. We've had him on FNT a lot lately, but what's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, yeah, it's good to be back. Big events happening today, the finale of Willow. I don't know whether to look forward to it or just, it's like an oncoming train. It's like, I know this is going to hit me, but it's kind of enjoyable at the same time. Willow has been one of the most astronomical shows. It's definitely She-Hulk level, and that it's funny enough. It's accidentally funny. That's its problem. You know, you don't know what's going to come next. Is a guy just going to pull a flamethrower out? He never had a flamethrower before. He's never had a flamethrower since. But he's in the middle. He just throws a flamethrower out. A guy asks, "So where did that flamethrower come from?" And he literally says, "Don't think about it." That's his answer in the show. A guy does magic. He's never done magic before. He's never done magic since. But now he's a magic. It's like, fine,
and
whatever.
It's not, I haven't even watched this. Is it ironically or is it unironically funny? Like, does it have self-awareness? I mean, does it?
I don't know. There was like 3 minutes at the start of a show that seemed like a parody of the same show. Never has been since. Never was before. Like, they never speak about it. This is either written by a genius or a deluded fool, and I can't work out which one. I'm pretty sure in the last episode there's a guy who had a relationship with a fish. It's like that's the kind of level we're at with this show. Anything can happen, and so I just want to see where it all ends up. Again, the heroes are villains, the villains are good guys. There was literally a group of people that boiled people's skulls, and they went, you know what? They did have a bad life before, though, didn't they? It's like they boiled people's skulls, folks. You can't come back from that.
Disparu, honestly, you're kind of convinced me. I kind of want to watch it. This is how bad it is.
No, it's really fucking bad.
It gets worse as time goes on. Like, it starts bad and then just gets weird. That's the problem.
It's really bad. I have only watched like 4 episodes, and apparently it's gotten worse since episode 5. So
Really? Depends. Yeah, if it got weirder after episode like 5. Which one was 5? Was that the forest one?
That's the kiss one. Forest kiss. That was episode 5, right?
Can they kiss in episode 1 and then I forget afterwards? Oh, the forest one. Yeah, the forest episode. By the way, where they're getting chased by villains and they go, "We need to escape into this magical forest." They won't follow us in there because once you enter it, you're cursed and you can't get out. They forget that. They just leave in the next episode. Never spoken about again. It's like wild.
I kind of want to watch it now. It sounds interesting. Let me like this. This is a good super chat. Loopy Locust says, "Here's some money to buy a copy of Hogwarts Legacy." Honestly,
there we go.
I've been thinking about this with all of the outrage surrounding this game. I kind of want to buy like 5 copies like digitally and do like giveaways just to trigger these lunatics, just to make these blue-haired landwells just upset. So we may actually do that. We may actually buy a few copies and do some kind of giveaway just to piss people off, because I am so tired of these lunatics out there just screaming and crying. So
it's been really ramping up again over the past few days.
Yes,
too.
It has. It has. I mean, these people are nuts, and so I think we might do that because that'd be great. Because I mean, you got to.
Great idea.
The whole point.
I hope that fucking game is good. That's the thing. I hope, because it's. Like, there are some concerns, I think, in terms of, the delay and now the last gen delay. because the last gen is getting delayed months and months from when it's dropping this one. So they obviously have some problems with that. Should have done that with fucking Cyberpunk's bitch ass game, but we'll see. I just hope it's really fucking good. Either way, I'm going to be a Slytherin, and I'm going to be using unforgivable curses on anyone with pronouns in their bios that I find. So.
And using, capitalist arts as well.
I'm so down to trigger these fools. So yeah, I mean, the game looked pretty good. But it's the nonsense surrounding it. So yeah, totally gonna support it. And yeah, maybe we'll do some giveaways the Tuesday after the game comes out. We'll get some digital copies and give some away or something like that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
So
I just love how modern day it really is for someone to go on to the PC version. So they've already got an electric computer, and then they go to a Steam store and add a tag on the store of capitalism. It's like, what? Where did you think you were? You're literally in a capitalist store on a capitalist. Every single part of this process has been about making money, and you're like, no one will realize this. This will be big news for everybody.
You have to pay for your internet that you're surfing the web on.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to like smoke signals that she's planning down. I don't know what she's planning.
Well, I imagine her parents pay for it, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
The great socialist loophole. You just get someone else to do it all for you.
Yeah, my parents pay for it, so I'm not participating in the capitalist society.
I'm just forcing my poor broke parents to do that instead.
But I'm not going to feel good about it.
We got My Nerdy Home. What's up, Steph? Fresh off of a terrible Mario Kart performance as usual.
Hey, I did pretty good on the member stream. Was it a member stream? Premium member. Yeah.
Premium members, yeah.
I did pretty good there. I came in 5th. That was good. It's when I play with the team members that I'm terrible. So yeah, I'm doing
members,
good. That intro was awesome.
Sounds like she's throwing shade at the premium members, saying they're not as good as the people on the Sunday stream. Oh snap, premium members.
That's okay.
Poor Steph. She can't.
I think they give me a break. I do. I think they target you more than me.
That's probably true.
I'm doing good. That was a great intro from Jay Hellstorm. Ryan sneezed in the middle of that. He sneezed.
So dumb.
Krista and Steph were really excited. They were like, "Don't watch it, just play it. Trust me, it's gonna be good." So I was like, "All right." So, Krista Nova, how are your possums?
Hi, my possums are doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to have Disbrew on here, Josiah back on here, and we're also live on Locals. So check us out over there.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for the quartering to make a video about your possum.
I know, he never answers me. Not even likes my tweet, nothing. I think he just ignores me.
I saw I was on my feed on Twitter and I saw Krista a comment today. And so I think if I'm understanding this correctly, quartering's what's on your mind for videos, and then you commented that said, "I'll let you know tomorrow."
Yeah.
You then came back to it. And you're like, I thought about it. I want possum videos. And I'm like, what the hell? So you've been trolling.
She always replies to the quartering.
I know. It's good Lord.
It's so funny because literally every time he posts that, it's all just people just trolling him. Nobody actually ever has anything substantial to say.
I just wanted to be included.
Yeah.
I posted on Twitter once just random possums on porcupines, and Krista came for me in block capitals. Leave the possums alone. What have I stepped into?
What the heck was that all about, Disbrew?
That was Willow.
Don't mention possums if you don't want me at your doorstep, okay?
Just before one of the big lead-ups to the kiss, which they just keep repeating as if it's the first one time and time again because we forget everything in this show. She said something like, well, yeah, that was it. She got a throwing star in her arm, so that was the highlight of the show for me. And she was like, there's a magical treatment that I learned. And do you remember that time when I went to grab a possum, but it turned out to be a porcupine and I got 30 spines in my foot? I'm like, there's so much to unwrap about that statement. First, they don't look anything like each other. What are you doing? Secondly, you went to grab it and somehow ended up with the spikes in your foot. What were you grabbing them with? It was just layers after layers thrown up with those.
That needs to be a video by itself, Disbrew, on your channel.
I'll send the idea to the quarter.
There you go.
We have a new emoji, don't we, Krista?
Oh yeah, we do have a new emoji on the channel. Let's see if you can find it and spot it.
No
There we
telling
go.
what it
Geeks
is.
and Gamers just dropped it in chat. It's a rare smiling Ryan.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Ryan's just right since all right. So Ryan, instead of you getting memed, how about you meme Josiah? There we go. Ryan impersonate Josiah again. I love when you do that.
Do it, Ryan.
We've continued to watch Hollywood absolutely crumble, and they're continuing to get exposed by some of their very own. And Mel Gibson, we know what he said to that cop. Just ignore that. What he's about to do now will shock Hollywood forever.
So fucking good. One of these
I
days.
love how Ryan like gets out of his like relaxed state and he like gets up and he's like
What we need one of these days, Josiah, you need to work on one of your excellent thumbnails and get Ryan to make the video as you and put it on your channel and see how many views.
Just say nothing.
That'd be funny, actually.
that's a good idea. I like that.
Oh man, that's good. Freaking Josiah, are you at 300,000 yet?
No, not yet.
You got to be close.
You're like a what, like 90, like 10K away or something? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm about 12K away. So.
Freaking Josiah's gonna pass this channel here pretty soon, man.
It's what happens when you make content.
So, well, that's true too. So, yeah, I guess I should make content. I don't know. I even didn't go after the low hanging fruit of Logan Paul and his the pig thing that was going around because I felt that was bullshit, and I'm glad I didn't jump on that one because I've turned into like a Logan Paul channel the last week over on D-Day Cobra. I'm just gonna start doing the Keemstar stuff. Let's get right into the news, guys. Logan Paul is scamming people. That's what I'm just gonna turn that channel into. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of
What's up, Drama Lord Nation?
It's Killer Keemstar. Let's get right to the news. Tom Hanks. I was gonna say something else, but
this is wild. I was like, yeah. I like when anytime there's like a controversy or it's like 7 years ago Keemstar told someone to off themselves or something, he'll drop the killer Keemstar for a little while.
Dude, I love Keemstar. I'm a huge fan of Keemstar, man. I've always liked Keem. His comments on Twitter are like, they never take him seriously. They never, even when he's talking about a serious topic, they just never take him seriously. As a matter of fact, on that point, did you guys see what he tweeted today of that Pepsi truck? Did you guys see that? Holy shit, man.
I haven't seen a Keemstar tweet in a long time, actually.
Look at this right here. I guess this was, I'm assuming this was today in LA based off, Keem's tweet. But right here, check this shit out. This is like fucking scary, man. So this is you seen this?
I scrolled past it.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Like what the fuck, man?
And this goes with a lot of good Mountain Dew.
That's crazy.
That's what happens. So that's what happens when it's raining in Los Angeles.
Yes, that is true. That is true. That is true. I hope everybody's okay, man. That was wild.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
But he wasn't part of that original crash, right? So he's just coming afterwards. What are the odds that you crash your car into a fire? I mean, that's got to be the most.
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at
it is weird. I wonder if there was like, because there might have been like traffic backed up because of it or something. But yeah, all of a sudden, just fucking comes right out of fucking nowhere, like Randy Orton.
Yeah, you gotta love Keemstar just still hashtagging it drama alert.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's that was crazy when I saw that today, and I was like, does this just happen today? Because to me that looks like something that happened in another country or something, or maybe was
California
it real?
basically is another country, so
yeah, but I feel like that would have been all over the news if that was actually real. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen your
Yeah.
reports. So again, I'm just telling you what Keem tweeted out. I'm not sure. Escape from LA. Was it actually from Escape to LA? It looked like it was from a movie.
I don't know.
But
yeah.
High winds would push it right off the ramp. Yeah, but still, like as they were saying, like just the coincidental situation of it crashing into an already already bad situation of a fiery wreck. It just
that's like the best situation it could have possibly been. Traffic was already fucking stopped. Imagine if he had just fucking done that while people are going 70 miles an hour down the fucking highway. That was the best scenario that could have happened.
Yeah. Well, the best scenario would have been if it happened and no vehicles were there. That's the best scenario.
Well, surely the best scenario is in not crashing.
Yeah. Now we're just yeah.
Crashing right in the Disney studios.
Yeah, wild stuff. But we got a lot to talk about today. It's been a week of leftist meltdowns. As a matter of fact, I thought this tweet was so funny by our very own CJ that I had to highlight it because I think this kind of sets the tone for not only this entire show, but basically the entire year for Geeks and Gamers. But I basically tweeted this out. Old school G4 Adam Sessler actually meant something to people back in the day. Their behavior was predictable. Let's continue to grow and give true Geeks and Gamers a proper place. CJ says this applies to all of us, by the way. Jeremy, I find it fascinating how over the years you have taken over the market in this space just because all of your competitors turn out to be psycho leftists. Like that's it. That speaks to so many of us right now. Like, look at Rippa and the Rippaverse. You know what I mean? It's because they're all psychotic leftists, you know? And they continue to do this. And this kind of obviously this is specifically about G4 that he was talking about, which again, we all benefited from G4. But this leftist mentality has poisoned so much of the entertainment industry. It really has. And that's going to kind of be the tone for many of the topics we talk about tonight. And it's the tone of many things we talk about in general on our channels every day. But the first thing I want to talk about is Adam Sessler. I know a lot of people have already covered this topic, and I haven't checked on my good buddy Adam today. I'm wondering, is he still losing it? He hasn't
still
blocked
going
me.
off today. He
hasn't blocked me yet, which is very what? Now I think he did.
I never replied to him. I never interacted with him.
He blocked me. Can't handle the possum tweets, clearly.
Yeah,
He doesn't like the ladies.
Did he really block you, Krista?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's blocking almost
okay.
Heck.
He'll block almost anybody who like goes in there and like comments to him. But I haven't actually interacted with him. I've just made videos about him, so he hasn't blocked me.
I almost tweeted at him yesterday just to say, hey Adam, just a heads up, I'm a Trump supporter and a gamer. Just to see what he would say.
Two of the worst things in the world.
I know. I want to show Lofty Pixels tweet right here because this kind of sums it up. But right here, Adam Sessler has hit rock bottom. Dude had a 9-hour-long Twitter meltdown today and openly admitted to hating all gamers. And I'm not going to play I'll play a little bit of the audio. It gets annoying after. I mean, I guess that's the point. It gets very annoying, but it's kind of what.
I can't even hear anything.
Oh, I probably didn't share audio. One of the yeah, fuck it. I guess everybody's got to hear that. So let me share fucking audio. Why doesn't it automatically? It's got audio clicked. Oh, when I switch to another screen, it doesn't. So, all right, here we go.
What is that?
So right here, Someone says this will surely bring back the audience, Adam, being sarcastic about his horrendous takes. And he says, one of the worst things you can do to society is teach a gamer to believe in themselves. After the past few months, what kind of he's going full like John Campion mode right here. Simple-minded, sheltered dick twiddle thinks I have any interest in them as an audience or any interest in games content anymore. And he's now put in his name, gamers are stupid, in his name. And he's continued to just go off. He was arguing with RGT85 yesterday. RGT made a video. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. He continues to go. This is so damn funny, dude.
He doesn't realize that tweet says, like, it's not, he thinks it's a previous thing. So, like, oh, I don't want to talk to gamers anymore. So it's fine if I let them know I hate them. It's like, no. It means that you always hated them and you were just lying to them. So anything you do in the future, how is anyone supposed to trust you? How are you supposed to get any audience at all? Because you probably hate them as well and you're just grifting them for money at this point.
And he admitted that. He said, that's what I did. I took advantage of you. I always fucking hated you, but I used you for money. That's what he admitted to. And like Adam Sessler has been, I mean, he is on a downward spiral and has been for a while. This is one of my favorite things. It's a Gundam tweet. This is from like a month ago. Look at this guy. Oh, Adam, I am legit. I was a follower of yours way back when. Then you went weird. Finally unfollowed you after political tantrums got boring. But you still get credit for introducing me to Demon Souls. Hope you find some peace someday. Hope you eat shit and puke.
Good Lord, man. Holy shit.
Like,
oh, man.
So it doesn't matter how like good faith you come at a conversation. It doesn't matter if it's like, dude, wait, you don't mean all gamers, right? I love you, Adam. You're awesome. He's like, fuck you, I hate you.
Yeah.
He's going crazy. And like Adam Sessler, I think there's like seriously something wrong with him. I know he's had some stuff in his life with family members and medical shit. I know he got fired from G4 back in the day because he was abusing drugs. So I know there's some stuff going on, but you know what? Everybody's got shit going on in their lives. Adam Sessler is having a complete meltdown, and I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if not too long in the future we see Adam Sessler like do something like actually to himself. Like that just comes to be like the spiral that he's going down right now.
It's really like unhealthy how he's acting, and obviously no one wants to see that happen. It's just you look at the pattern of behavior from him. And I will say this, Adam, since you're on this fuck gamers kind of trend, Republicans will probably love to have you on their side now. Since you're going down that road, might as well go ahead and jump on that bandwagon now. But yeah, you hate Trump and gamers. Republicans will love you. But this is, as I said, G4, when it made its return, that nostalgia and that excitement, if you would have had the right people in place, then I believe that you could have 100%, made an impact. But you look at the people that were in place and the decisions and the people that were making decisions, it was never going to succeed. Never going to succeed with people like Frost and Adam Sessler. Adam Sessler said point blank that he wants his Republican family members to die. That's what he said. That's not a healthy person. This man's very deranged. What do you think about all this, Ripa?
Yeah, man, that guy's batshit. And it's sad because obviously that type of approach has happened with so many people that are, I guess, folks had respected over the years for various reasons, be it in different kind of nerd culture stuff. I see you talk about this with like Mark Hamill as well. After like the Trump situation and how so many of these weirdos just took it to social media to just berate a large portion of their audience. And, G4, just like some of the other brands, have always been built, or they were, let's say, built on not necessarily focusing on the hyper political stuff, which means that inevitably speaking, if you're going to get big and see that success, you're going to be appealing to folks that are on different sides of the political aisle. So all social media with its growth is just gave these guys an outlet to really show exactly who it is that they are. So they don't like you and they despise you, and they took advantage of that. And the only difference between now and back in the gap is that they didn't, we maybe had MySpace and stuff back in the day, but it wasn't really a platform where people were just going there to just do stuff like this, like they do with Twitter or Instagram and shit like that. So it's sad, but I feel like it's such a common thing now that it's happening with basically everybody that people have respected over the years, who obviously did not be. I mean, this is about as blunt of a situation that it can be, as a like, hey, this guy is literally shitting on the people that like made his career, right? So it's about as direct as possible. It's not even, he's not skirting around it. He's telling people they didn't like gamers and all of that, despite him not being, if he didn't have gamers, he wouldn't see any sort of financial success that he has or had. I don't know how much money he's bringing in. I know he sold that one company. Apparently he's eating off of it, and he must be eating real good off of it, because I just don't see how he's going to ever make money doing jack shit in gaming after this little rant that he went on. So it'll be interesting to see that. But whatever AI company or whatever that he was saying that he sold, he must have got a hefty penny for, because his fucking career in anything regarding gaming is fucking done, period.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. I mean, so is he still? I haven't checked David. So he's still in the same kind of.
Yeah,
path
he's still
today,
going.
Ryan?
I did like 5 minutes ago. Yeah,
Good
the same shit.
man. Like
he's going crazy. I just don't know like what would possess him to go that hard on Twitter all day for 3 days straight, basically. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense to me.
It does kind of feel like a self-destructive type of, I don't know, personality thing that he's having to deal with right now. So,
it's so contradictory to what he's saying, because he's desperate to let everyone know, I'm really happy. I'm so happy. And he's just there screaming, I'm happy! I told you I'm happy! How can you not? And it's like, what? That is not the behavior of someone that's satisfied with their life and goes, like, they wouldn't bother about it. None of these comments would matter. And this whole idea of, I mean, everyone does it to a degree when they talk about gamers, but they just mean people that game. And yet he somehow attributed this as some kind of massive villain from his past, which I think just comes from the idea that he spent years talking about something which he doesn't like. And that he just, over the time, this is built up, and it's finally exploded, and he's just aiming it at them. It's like, no, you hated your job for years and did something you despised, and now you think you don't have to. You can drop the act, and I think it's all just bursting through in one go.
Well, you mentioned someone that he's pretending to be someone that's happy. We actually have someone that is happy that just showed up, and that person would be Drunk 3PO.
Hey.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I clapped.
Good. It's been good. I was in Mexico this morning. In California.
Know. I'm gonna show it right there. Look at there.
The Uber just dropped me off. Yeah, dude, I was so happy. I didn't think the home was gonna be that further like along. So it was like, oh man, I was just so happy to see that. Like, just
awesome. Just
blew me away. So
heck yeah, man.
Should be done in should be done by the end of next month. And then like kids that are on wheelchairs and stuff like that, they have a place to go to school and all. Anyway, it's just cool stuff. Well,
it's awesome, man.
Yeah. I was just like really happy.
Good work. So you're happier than Adam Sessler, huh?
Oh, that guy's got problems, man.
Yeah.
Has he blocked you on Twitter?
He blocked me a long time ago.
I can't believe I'm not blocked. I guess I'm blocked from the other D-Day Cobra.
Have you responded to him?
No, but Krista hasn't responded. She blocked her.
I think I have.
Yeah, she has. Yes.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. I'm
what you talking about? Yeah.
I'm tweeting him right now. I'm getting blocked. And I don't appreciate the fact that I'm not. So let me tell him. Hey, Adam.
You blocked my friends, but not me.
Adam Sessler. I'm a Trump supporter and a gamer. All right, I'm gonna put the U.S. flag. I'm gonna put the OK symbol.
Put the gaming controller emoji.
And the gaming controller. Okay. All right. The gaming controller. And I better get blocked.
Watch
and
him
a gamer. Boom. Okay. Tweet sent. So I hope it didn't put Adam Carolla. Did it auto tag Adam? Okay, there we go.
Imagine.
He did tweet out. Somebody replied with the video you made yesterday on his on one of his tweets, on his pinned tweet actually, and he retweeted it and said some shit.
Hell yes! All right, good. That's good. I've got to be blocked. I've got to be blocked from my other D-Day Cobra one though. That's probably what it is. He probably blocked me on the old account. So, but anyway, we're gonna get. Let's see, dude. If he blocks me right, imagine if he blocks me right this second. It's not
That'd
yet.
be the funniest thing ever.
He did tweet 10 minutes ago though. He tweeted 10 minutes ago. So, spam like the Tuesday night's main event link or something. I don't know. Let's get him on here. Adam Sessler, man. We'd love. Hey, if you need some attention, if you actually want to come on a relevant show that people actually watch, bring you on, have a discussion or two. I'm sure it'll be interesting. But yeah. So overall, I don't know, man. It's sad. I will never not be able to point out the G4 failure when stuff like this happens. I mean, look, there was 2 weeks ago it was reported their numbers, how bad they were, and their Nielsen ratings were literally a 0 or something like that. And I didn't even talk about the story.
They were the least viewed cable channel in America. The least viewed.
It's unbelievable that they were that bad. Now, weren't we told that we were making all of that up? You guys are just making it up. You guys are just rage clicking, making stuff up. No, all you had to do was look at it. Again, Ryan, you were the first person I believed to point out their massive viewership numbers on Twitch with no interactions in the chat.
The Twitch botting, 100%.
It just doesn't happen. We'll have, I don't know, when we go live on Geeks Gamers, we may have 100 people watching. You know what I mean? We don't get a ton of people watching, but you look at the chat, and our chat was 10 times more active with 100 people watching than G4 when they had 30,000 people watching. That's, we've all live streamed enough. You can tell if there's an actual real people watching something. And so when that happened, it was pretty obvious, because I remember when they were hitting those big numbers, people were like, oh, G4 might not be doing much on YouTube, Jeremy, but look at their Twitch, man. Their Twitch is banging. And it was like, wow, they do have a lot of people watching. And then Ryan pointed out, did comparisons and everything to chat interaction.
Yeah, I was like, hey, let's bring up Hassan. Let's bring up Hassan. See how many people Hassan has. Oh, about the same. Look at his fucking chat. It was just so obvious that there was sketchy shit going on. Of course, Kevin Pereira got busted for view botting not that long ago as well. But yeah, and then what was they're back on cable. They have a cable channel too. Nobody was watching that. The entire thing was doomed from the start with the amount of overhead they have, the amount of money they're paying people, the fact that you're paying 6, 7, 8 people to write and edit and all this stuff for one game review, things that people do on their own, from their spare bedrooms of their houses or apartments or whatever. It was never going to work. But the way that they treated the fan base, the way that the people they hired, like Sessler, like Frost, and let them just run rampant, say whatever the fuck they wanted, that accelerated their ultimate demise that was inevitable.
Yeah, and it's always going to happen like that. I mean, you can again, it's the lipstick on a pig. It's just, that's what G4 was. If you would have actually G4, here's how G4 could have worked. If G4 would have actually said, all right, guys, we've got the G4 name, we've got a nostalgia, obviously to it. There's gonna be a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm. Let's look at the up and coming kind of YouTube world of gamers, and let's see who's out there, and let's find some prominent gamers and some people that can actually give some commentary on things. Now, I'll tell you right now, point blank, I wouldn't have been interested at all. But there are people out there that are bigger than me and any of us here that probably would have been eaten up at that bit, that had a following, had a ton of people that would have been tuning in just to support them. They did go after the completionist and stuff like that, so they were clearly aware of certain people. But you decided to go after activists. That was the problem. If you would have not went after activists and went after actual real genuine people, there's people out there that are super talented, on-camera personalities, have a huge following. They get tens of thousands of people watching them, whether they go live on Twitch or YouTube or wherever. And that would have been a game changer. but that's not what they did. And it was never going to succeed after Frost's rant, especially after they co-signed it and celebrated it, and then told all of you, if you don't agree with this, you can go to hell. I was like, all right, well, whatever. And here we are now, and Adam Sessler is still losing his mind. It's sad, but it's the reality of the situation. So,
they did do that to a degree, though, because after the whole uproar, that they kind of started doing shows. They had Alinity on at one point. So they had people that people knew that could have brought an audience to them and got their name out there. It was almost like there was people that knew what needed to be done, and they were just held back by other people. Like, nobody, because anyone else, you could have got any other name on there. The moment that rant went out, didn't really matter at that point. I didn't know anything about G4 TV. It wasn't really a thing over here. So the first thing I heard about it was that rant. And so it was my first introduction to Adam Sessler and Frosk, which... those are two people I could have gone without ever needing to know their names. But you come down to Adam Sessler, it's like, even then he was phoning it. Like, literally, he everyone else was in studio. He was on a television screen from his bedroom. And it's like, that's how little he cared about G4 TV. So,
yeah.
I think he was probably meant to be the big draw. Like, he was the original cast of G4 TV coming back. It's what you were meant to tune in for. Look at it.
Yeah, it's wild, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we have so many crazy leftists out there that just continue to open up opportunities for me and my friends and all of us. I mean, without places like Collider imploding, without places like IGN and Kotaku and Polygon and G4 imploding, there's not a whole lot of market out there for us. But the fact that they just continue to push people away and disrespect them and talk down to them, all you're doing is giving other people an opportunity to gain that audience and respect that audience and give them what they're looking for. And that's the whole reason that I got into this world. I mean, Geeks Gamers was created, but moving into more of the commentary world and the topical stuff, the reason that happens because I watched Collider just fall apart right before our very eyes. I mean, Josiah, you know this. I used to watch Collider all the time. That was my daily show. I watched Collider like it was ESPN for movies. And after The Last Jedi, the way that they just dismissed anyone that didn't love that movie.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, man. You guys are the people that shitted on the prequels for years. And now no one's allowed to not like The Last Jedi? Something's not right about this. Like, Collider made a habit of hating on the prequels. That was their thing. It was a cool kids club. And anybody that liked the prequels, they would talk down to them. Like, oh, you just can't. You can't like these movies. They're so bad. And then all of a sudden, The Last Jedi, they're like, anyone criticizing The Last Jedi is a man baby. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And that was where things really started to start changing, not only online, but through our entertainment. You know what I mean? That was a big kind of shift of everything.
It's weird. Like, isn't Campia the only one that survived that whole?
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, Campia is obviously massively successful, but Jeremy Johns was part of that. Jeremy Johns was massive before Collider, and he moved away from that, and he's still his own thing. But then, like, the schmoes kind of fell apart. Christian's trying to do his own thing. John Schnepp was very respected up until his unfortunate passing several years ago. But most of them have done okay. But I mean, Campia has done really well. Campia was the architect behind all of it anyway. And Campia is, regardless of how I feel about him now, Campia is fantastic at what he does. He is a very talented person. From a YouTube standpoint, from a movie film critic standpoint, he's great. He just is. And he's also a nut job half the time with his TDS takes, but whatever. He's still good at what he does, and I'll never take that away from him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it is pretty incredible to see just how much the shift has happened over the past few years, and how a lot of us just like we just organically have grown a lot of our audiences just because we talk about, we provide homes for a lot of these people that have been pushed away by all these crazy leftist types over the past few years. So it's been amazing. Like even just like watching Disbrew over this past year and how, he has been able to just build his audience just from such an organic way has been pretty incredible to watch. So
yeah,
except for drunk 3PO, but
The thing is, recently I was talking to my dad, like I think it was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I was watching this video the other day. He's like, "Oh yeah," he says, "Yeah." He started talking about woke Hollywood. I'm like, whose video was it? Turned out he'd found Nerdrotic's channel, and then last week he was talking about Critical Drinker to me. I haven't mentioned any of this. He's just come along. Anyway, you know what Hollywood's been doing? They keep attacking the fans every time a new thing comes out and nobody likes it. I'm like, yeah, this has been happening for ages. But like when it comes through and it gets to my dad, who like just he watches like fishing videos and stuff on YouTube, and now suddenly he's like, I can't believe they're saying this about us. It's like definitely coming out to a wider audience as more people come on.
It is.
That is awesome. I love hearing that, man. I remember first time ever, someone messaged me, someone that I know. And they were like, "Hey, I was in the office. I'm walking by and I hear, 'What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy.'" And he goes, "What the fuck? Someone's randomly watching Jeremy's videos." I was like, "This is wild.
Yeah.
This is wild."
Yeah.
I have brought back the intro. I heard all of you. So I have brought back the intro. I hope it doesn't annoy too many people. But it has been fun to bring that back. So
Krista's mom really likes my videos.
That's true.
She does.
She's based.
Yeah.
She is.
So.
She watches a lot of you guys, but she especially loves Ryan.
I say. Yeah, you never know. Like the Sports Wars video, the Damar Hamlin video that went crazy. That got picked up by a couple like news stations and shit like that. Like I had people like saying, I think I just saw you on the news talking about that Buffalo Bills player almost died. Like, yeah, I guess so.
For anybody in the audience that doesn't know, so Ryan's Damar Hamlin video, which is a very good video. Obviously, we're happy that he's alive and he's okay, but obviously, it'd be a much different story if that was. But now that we're past that and he's been released to the hospital, but Ryan's video got how many? Was it 1.5 million in the first hour? It was uploaded.
It was like 1.2 in the first hour. It got 2 million in the first like 2 hours, and ended up getting 3.1 million overall.
Wow,
that was a pretty crazy video.
That's incredible.
So
yeah,
that was wild. That was wild. So so shout out to Ryan.
I would have still been happy with the video, if outcome had been the other way. But at least now it could be outwardly, happy the video did well. So there you go.
And one thing, like, I mean, I'm a sports fan. I'm not saying I was heavily aware of Damar Hamlin, especially like he's a really solid dude, though. You look at a lot of stuff. So like in the way he's handled the situation too, after he's, come out of the situation he was in, it seems like a really solid guy. It's a really net positive, all in all. So a good story. Good
Shocking. Story. I didn't know anything about Damar before that whole thing happened. I know it's crazy, but
you don't even know who fucking like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are.
Actually, I do know what Tom Brady is. He's the guy that got me a video with 250,000 views. So.
Do
you just know who Aaron Rodgers is? He beats the shit out of the Lions every year, except for this year. So.
Yeah.
Well, you just all he did is replaced Hanks and Brady. That's all he did. Tom Brady.
I really go after the Toms. Let me tell you.
Freaking Josiah, I swear, man. But yeah, closing up the Adam Sessler situation. I hope this. I genuinely mean it. Like, I hope this dude like just finds whatever help he needs, because the guy is clearly like not well. I just don't think he's well, because this isn't like people that are assholes on social media. You can tell that there's always like some gimmick to it. This dude's very unhappy, very angry, and very bitter. Like, it's a serious problem. And so whatever, man. But at the end of the day, I just hope that, I hope you're happy that I'm a Trump supporter and a gamer. So we'll see what happens.
Still hasn't blocked you yet, huh?
No.
Probably asleep.
Fuck. No, he tweeted like 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
He's just like...
He might like you. Maybe he likes you.
He watches your videos.
Yeah. That's how he keeps up with the gaming news.
That'd be pretty funny right there. Yeah, it's so wild that we live in a world where like Adam Sessler like might know who I am, and he's losing his mind, and the fact that I kind of want him to hate me even more now. Like, God, look what you've done to yourself, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is.
Like Ryan said earlier, when you're getting to the point where you're like telling, people that are complimenting you to eat their shit and puke, it's kind of like.
Hey, Adam, dude, I used to be a big fan. You kind of went off the rails, but I got to respect, man. You turned me on a Demon Soul. So I really hope well for you. Best wishes for you. Eat shit and puke. Okay.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
Dude's fucking nuts.
Steven, for 20, I want to apologize for my performance on Mario Kart last night. I made Steph look good. You guys and the other premium members look bad. Still had fun. Shout out to Krista for world-class service. Hail Geeks and Gamers and Tuesday night's main event. Yeah, Steven, I know you were trying to get everything situated with your premium membership. I know Krista helped out with that. So glad to have you on board. And look, man, as long as you're there having fun and we're yelling at each other, it's Mario Kart. That's what it's all about. So, and
thank you for making me look good.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's an accomplishment to make Steph look good at Mario Kart because she is not good objectively. As Mahler would say, she's objectively bad. He definitely would.
Yeah.
So. JJ Drummer Boy says, hey, Geeks and Gamers, as a Christian, it's encouraging to see influencers speaking out and taking scrutiny on behalf of common sense and traditional values. I appreciate you and I pray for you. Hail the fellowship. Jesus saves. Well, thank you, JJ Drummer Boy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is like, again, I can only speak for, get what the overall goal for Geeks and Gamers is that's it, individuality. And I feel like people are like, a lot of these companies, corporations, they're scared of individuality. Like they say that they're all for it, but the reality is you're not allowed to be a Christian. You're not allowed to be a straight white male. You're not allowed to be a Trump supporter. Yeah, or follow libs of TikTok. Like and it's such a weird situation, and I mean, for obviously, with the unfortunate passing recently of Uche, we talked about that a little bit last week. But I mean, I was constantly told by, a small group of people that I should be firing Uche. Get rid of Uche. Get rid of that. He had horrible opinions. Loved the dude. He was a great friend. He had horrible opinions, and he knows that I believe that. I'm not, saying anything I haven't said before. But that's what Geeks and Gamers is supposed to be. It's supposed to be individuals having whatever opinions they want and never having to apologize for those opinions. And everybody here on this panel and everybody here that's, part of the community and all that, never apologize. Say whatever the fuck you want to say, have whatever opinions you want to have. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's how the world should be. And if you have a bad take, you're probably going to get roasted for it, which I get roasted a lot on Twitter. Okay. And that was okay. We've all had a take that people get upset about. That's the world we live in. Individuality, believe what you want to believe, fuck who you want to fuck, believe whatever. But at the end of the day, don't force that shit on me, and that's what it's all about right there. And I think the world needs more of that individuality. So, but yeah, so thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it.
I think everyone needs to come together and decide to be more individualistic. We need a community of people that decide they want to be individuals. That's what I think.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
We got $100. I don't know where it went. Where the fuck did it go? Right here.
Kevin.
Have you all seen? What's up, Kevin? Have any of you seen the mess that Hasbro has made of D&D? I'm sure Erudai has been talking about this. We do have a tabletop channel, which, by the way, Rudai and Geeks and Gamers Tabletop has been crushing it. I know Disparu has been a nice piece of that puzzle, and a few other people on the team. Oh man, so I can't speak directly on it. I haven't heard anything specifically on that. I don't know a lot about D&D, but I would love. Maybe we'll get Rudai on here one of these weeks. Rudai, are you in the chat?
I've heard a little bit about this, but I don't know too many details. I just like, it's just like everything else. They're trying to make it not racist. They're trying to make it as woke as possible and all that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't exactly know. Go ahead, Dispro.
It's not surprising. It's a path they've been on for a while. I know from the D&D campaign we were doing, there was a lot of discussion about which rule set to use, because over time it's been dumbed down and watered down. And Arudai's take has always been that it essentially comes down to the DM, what you have as a rule set. And so you can kind of, if you don't like something, you don't have to include it in what you do. That's always been sort of his kind of message with it. But now they're coming up with, what was it, 1 D&D, which is taking it even further to the point where orcs are meant to be strong and aggressive, beholders are going to be evil, whereas in this, they're like, no, you can't do that because that's racial determinism. It's like, we're talking about fantasy creatures. These things are just, they were born evil, created. It's like going into Warhammer 40k and going, I'm sure there's good people out there. It's like, no, the point of the universe is that this is how it is. It's fixed. And so they're going to come up with a system where essentially you can be anything and just choose the benefits of what another thing's supposed to be. So you can have a fairy with orc strength. It's not going to make any sense. And you're kind of destroying your own universe at that point, which is pretty sad to see.
Jesus. Like, I mean, well, that was the whole thing of when Arudai was talking to me and Ryan about, wanting to come on to Geeks and Gamers, and he was talking about how the D&D's just been overrun with a lot of that stuff, from the, community standpoint and everything. And it's just wild, man. And that's why we have to continue to create and keep creating and keep offering alternatives. Rippaverse is a classic example of that, and it's not listen, and I'm pretty sure Rippa will appreciate this, but if all we get is the Rippaverse, we're fucked. Everybody got to go out there and create. Follow his lead. You know what I mean? Follow the Comics Gate lead. Go out there and do what Shad's doing. And there's people out there that are doing stuff in the gaming world. And the gaming world's a whole lot. It's a whole different world. You got the Epic Verse. We got people out there doing shit, but it's got to be more than just one person. But be inspired by those people. Be inspired by Rippa. Be inspired by Josiah. Do your thing. But if not, this shit's going to keep getting overrun, man. It's bad. So
it's really weird that we live in this time period where people think that we want to see ourselves on the big screen, but like literally see ourselves. And bringing up the Rippaverse, there was that argument where these people were like, look, Isom doesn't even have a fade. Well, look at Eric July. His hair doesn't have a fade either. So it's, that's why Isom looks terrible, because he doesn't have a fade. And young Rippa was like, what? And then they would show his hair, and they're like, well, that's probably why. It's just like this whole argument that people assume that Isom is Eric July, like that's what they think, and so that's why they attack the comment. It's just such a weird time that we live in. And like, even like hearing like I bring this up all the time, but like even on those old Star Wars panels, they were just like, everyone needs to see themselves on Star Wars. Like they need to see themselves. That's why we're making all these changes in the books and everything else. So you could say, oh, I finally see myself on the big screen, which doesn't make sense. It just takes out imagination, and it doesn't make sense to me personally. So, anyway.
And then it goes beyond that. And then it leads to these fucking freaks out there trying to find shit everywhere, trying to find themselves and push their ideology, whatever they're feeling, onto something that has nothing to do with them. I saw this just a little bit ago. Megan writer Akela Cooper explains why the AI doll has become an LGBTQ plus icon. This little girl lost her family. Then this doll is also brought in the situation. That resonates for a lot of people in the gay community, the idea of found family. So it doesn't matter if you're talking to like people that existed like 100 years ago, if they were like kind of alone or a little bit weird. Oh, that guy was clearly fucking gay. We try to change him gay to fit our story. Yeah, and every story that he ever wrote had to be something about how gay he was, because that's what we want to do to everything. It's fucking nonstop.
It's just weird, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's just,
they have such a skewed view.
But then
this murderous doll's a fucking icon.
But then it goes into this whole thing about, like you brought up earlier, about white males. So they feel like white males are bad for society right now. So let's just destroy white male characters in entertainment to get back at Trump or something. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. So it's like swapping genders and races and everything just because they don't like it. So
I think it makes sense though, like, because I remember in the 90s, I always feel like I went through school, and then after me, there was a wave of change that I saw sort of beneath me in the years come up. And so I had an entirely different parenting strategy and stuff. But just behind me was this whole, you can be whatever you want to be. It's amazing. Everything's all about you. All you have to do is believe in yourself. You're the most important person. So an entire generation of people grew up believing that they were the center of the universe. And then they got out into the world, kind of realized it wasn't, thought that's not very nice. No, I'm definitely the center of the world, because they went online and created their own little bubble. And the same thing happened in Willow. There's literally a bit in it where there's one person who has to be alive to save the world, and if she dies, the entire world ends. And her father sacrificed his life to protect this girl, and his daughter just went, yeah, but why is it not all about me? It's like, because somebody else is more important than you in the physical universe, and by protecting her and saving the world, he's saving you. But she couldn't accept it because everything, even the future of the universe, didn't revolve around her. And Willow feels like a load of Zoomers were just picked up out of California and put in a fantasy realm. So they have modern speak and modern clothes and denim jeans and stuff. And I think it's the perfect summary of that entire generational attitude.
Yeah.
Everyone thought when you get out of school, you're going to be hit with real life and grow up. It's like, no. They've just come up with coping strategies, and the world has changed with them because they got into the workforce, and now they make the policies. Now they come up with the ideas. And so the world changed their worldview rather than the other way around.
There was a great line in this entertainment weekly review of Velma, which is coming out in the next couple of days. And this is like my favorite line from it. It should be fun, it's a prequel that recasts diversely, reorients sexually, and over backstories generally. Should be fun, but it's a self-aware slog. Everyone talks like a TV writer who only knows TV writers. And I think that is like the biggest fucking problem in current day entertainment, is the people that are writing it have no idea what normal is. They have no idea what the real world is. It's not relatable. They think that their Hollywood echo chamber is normal for everybody. Right. And it's just fucking not.
Yep. That is 100%.
100%. And this is a good
review of episode 7 of Willow literally says, is this show better for people that don't pay attention? Like, if you have to write that sentence, just stop. That should just be it.
This is perfect right here. Black, Hispanic, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Luke Skywalker, and Solid Snake are my favorite fictional characters. I never understood this need to look like them. I love their characters and arcs. Yeah. You know, that's how
that's normal.
You're a normal human being.
No, you're supposed to like Lando. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, you know what the problem, Ryan, is? They don't even like Lando. You have that lady who wrote for the High Republic complaining that there's not a lot of black representation in Star Wars, and then someone yells out Lando, and she goes, well, Lando just wanted to get into some girl's trousers. That's what they think of, like, these classic characters that somebody else made up and wasn't them. So, like, the fact that they make up their own characters to see themselves as, I don't know. Everyone in those books should be chubby, in my opinion. But it's like, if that's what they want to see, but they're not. So, I mean, like, even Pablo Hidalgo got a character in the High Republic as a Jedi.
I don't like Lando either now. He fucks robots.
I like Viper Chief. It's so random.
LOL.
Ryan is a black Superman. LOL. Why? Just is the most random shit, dude.
Ta-Nehisi Coates, hit me up.
Elden Ring is about systemic white supremacy because there are not enough black hairstyles. Good Lord, man. This is crazy. It is wild how they just invent more shit. They just invent more things to be fake offended over. That's what they do. It's the same thing with the hate crimes. There's not enough hate crimes out there, so they have to invent them. They have to invent the fake ones. And there's not enough for them to actually be oppressed, so they just invent reasons to be oppressed. And it's the same cycle over and over again. And it's why all of entertainment has been poisoned by this. And it's why when we do see something like a Top Gun Maverick, yes, we do. We celebrate that. And it's because it's a needle in the haystack situation at this point in time. You know, Top Gun Maverick is a great movie on its own, but it's not some type of cultural phenomenon. If it was released back in the 80s or 90s, it would just be a damn good movie. Now it's a fucking cultural phenomenon because it's so rare.
I mean, listen, we've crossed the line now where they're calling out Avatar for not being blue enough or something. I don't even know what the argument was, but it's like, whatever. It's like we've gotten to this point now where Avatar's too blue or something, and they weren't played by blue aliens. So let's protest the movie. It's like, it's insanity. And there's people that are like, yeah, let's do it. It's like that. I don't know if y'all saw it, like several years ago, there was a picture of Steven Spielberg like laying beside his triceratops.
Yeah.
And somebody made a meme like he was hunting and people freaked out about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he should be in jail for killing a dinosaur. It's like, this is where we are, man. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wild.
It is a wild situation. Speaking of that, we got our next topic. And Gina Carano, she pretty much went scorched earth on the Hollywood Reporter loser, which so did this guy mass block everyone after that? Is that what he did?
I was blocked before it happened.
Okay.
Like I've been blocked by that cocksucker for a while.
So a common tactic from people on the left is to argue with someone that they disagree with, but mass block all of their followers. That way they can try and drown out any support. So for instance, when this guy quote tweets Gina, he's going to have nothing but his followers there because he's blocked all of her followers while leaving her unblocked, at least for the time being during the argument. And that's a tactic that the leftists do all the fucking time. And that's one reason why they love and they hate Twitter, because like I said, Twitter, you can, if you quote tweet somebody, you can destroy them if you have enough followers. And leftists are usually in a situation where they can overwhelm people. But when there's someone they can't, that's what they like to do. They like to block all of that person's support and then respond. But Ryan, I know you made a video on this one. I did not cover this one yet. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, there was a tweet that was going around by some guy that's like, hey, just to let everybody know, wanted to remind everybody that Gina Carano's most recent movie made $804 at the box office. That's it. And then this Hollywood Reporter twat, retweets and says, I'll never get over the fact that she could have had everything. She could have had her own Star Wars character, her show, her merchandise, like all this stuff. And she decided to throw it away. She dropped the bag, blah, 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 all this stuff. And it's like, Gina retweets this guy. Is like, hey, are you aware? She didn't say this. I'll say it for her. Are you just retarded? Or are you intentionally trying to spread misinformation? My movie was released exclusively on the Daily Wire. That was kind of the entire point of Terror on the Prairie. I don't know how it made $804 at the box office when it wasn't released in the box office.
It was.
Someone needs to explain.
I know how.
Me,
I know how it was. It was released in one single theater in Tennessee. One theater, and they had to report it. It made $804 in one single theater in Tennessee.
Is that the one we went to?
No, it was after the fact.
Oh, okay. And so for them to take that and try to build a narrative out of it, it's so ridiculous. It's so pathetic and it's so disingenuous. But of course, these are the people that are talking about protecting against misinformation. Oh, we have to be better. No, that they love their misinformation. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, but so basically they go back and forth a little bit. He tries to call her out for retweeting Blair White. Blair White was saying people don't have a problem with drag shows. People don't have a problem with trans people. They have a problem when children are threatened. And then he tried to use her retweet of Blair White against her as she's somehow transphobic. And he got ratioed in his own replies because he's an embarrassment. But Gina's entire point was, I could have shut up. I could have toed the line. I could have bent the knee, but I didn't want to. I wanted to speak. I wanted to be able to speak out. And with everything we now know about what happened during COVID, what's happening with the jab, all this stuff, obviously, Gina Carano was well within her rights to be very skeptical and outspoken about all this shit 2 years later. So for somebody who wants to just stay under the boot, who just wants to be a mainstream media heel and, fit in with all his leftist fucking buddies, I'm sure it does feel like, wow, why would someone throw that away? But when you're actually someone that has integrity, when you're actually someone who would feel uncomfortable just continuing to keep quiet like that, it's a lot more valuable to somebody to go and do what they want to do and say what they want to say rather than pretending to be someone else for this woke, disgusting corporation.
I think it speaks more to like the delegitimization. Is more so how that entire side. You hear me talk about this all the time if you watch my channel, and how they specifically, like, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying this actually happened, but hypothetically speaking, she got more of a kickback from like as far as making money off of Terror on the Prairie than she ever had gotten doing any gig in Hollywood, right? Even if that were to be the case, they would still try to delegitimize it, because really what all he's saying is, hey, look at this, you were part of this mega brand and you could have had all this all these accolades and praise from their side because you're tied to this mega brand, and now you're having to do kind of your own stuff. So that's the thing. And obviously with him working for the Hollywood Reporter, it makes all the sense in the world why that person would have that position, because, well, if anything that threatens them, he loses his job essentially, and he kind of fades into obscurity. But that's how they operate. I mean, I've had this with even my own business, and people, you know, say this, talk noise about, hey, ISOM or the company, and delegitimize. I'm like, do you dumb motherfuckers not understand? Like, ISOM as an independent IP just outsold every fucking graphic novel and that was sold to American stores in 2021, and not, it wasn't even close. We're talking about like tripling their fucking sales, right? So like, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to them, because it's more of, you're not doing it through the proper channels, and therefore it's a demotion. And that's, if anything, that I have an issue with these weirdos, is that they look at everything that is not tied to the status quo is somehow like lesser than, even if it's more successful. And I think these guys are in for a fucking rude awakening going into the next years, as more alternatives start to be created and are seeing this level of success. We've seen kind of Hollywood on this decline, not necessarily saying that there aren't successful movies and everything else, but there's this big gap, man, and or rather opening in the market, and you're seeing people start to fill those, and it's actually more beneficial because they don't have to go through all of the fucking channels that they demand that we go through, and that's what makes them irate. So I think that's more what this speaks to, and this dude's attitude represents really everybody on that side and Hollywood's attitude, and that you didn't go through us and you're doing your own thing, and therefore it's lesser than, haha, fuck you type shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, I want to go back to the point, and you're 100% right on that, Ripa. And like, ultimately, this guy, as Ripa said, but like this guy, like, go back to the language of what he said. She could have had what? Everything that they value is important. She could have had Star Wars. She could have had action figures. And you know what? She didn't fucking want it. It wasn't that important to her. And that guy is angry because Gina doesn't value what he thinks is important. Like, she's a woman, and she's supposed to think as the leftist thinks. The leftist says the woman, the strong, powered empowerment of women, have to think exactly like me. Because if that woman does what she wants to do, if she has her own opinions, then she's a threat. And these people are fucking sick, man. These people are psychopaths, true psychopaths. And I'm glad she kind of went ham on them. And, you know, this has got to continue to happen with people standing up to these clowns, because they are not worth people being intimidated by at all.
I want to use their own logic against them. Hey, She-Hulk made $0 at the box office. How embarrassing!
That's really good. That is really good. Like, how these people are so stupid, man.
And they're journalists. They're dumb journalists that don't do any, you know, research. They just literally, he just quote tweeted somebody and laughed at Gina. And then said she could have had Star Wars, which you've all seen, Andor, the best show that no one watched. You know, it's like Star Wars is in the toilet. Like, that's what you want to give her, something that's in the toilet. So it's, yeah, Jeremy's right. It's like that stuff's not important. It wasn't important to her. So, you know,
it's so common though. It's like everything about that sort of side, or the ideas that they follow, is about perception, and
100%.
A lot of it has come down to, like, social media itself. You have people on Instagram going bankrupt because they're trying to buy boats or go on things, just appear like I've got all of this money, and they don't. And then it either doesn't work out, they run out of money before they actually get whatever they're looking for. And people think that they can create this sort of perfect life. And it doesn't really matter if you're miserable, as long as everyone else thinks you've got a perfect life. And the ideas themselves, like, he didn't care whether he won the argument. To him, it wasn't about, do I have the better ideas than her? He just blocked all of her followers. And as long as my numbers look as if I've won because more people support me, that's good enough for him. It's not... You get that with a lot of this stuff. It's why the censorship is so important to them, because they know basically that they're wrong and their ideas will lose in any open form of debate. So it's more about tactics and power dynamics and power plays in order to see who will win. And they genuinely believe that if we can just get every single person in the world to agree with us, some kind of new reality will spring into existence. And it's like, even the idea of objective reality is kind of denied by a lot of people nowadays. It's absolutely crazy, which is why I was just hammer. I was like, no, this is just the truth. Well, you see all the time, yeah, the truth, my truth. I'm just speaking to my truth. And so my truth, you're supposed to believe that I'm right and it's my truth, but your truth can contradict mine, but you're also correct. And if I don't agree with that, I'm a bigot. It's like, contradictory beliefs, but you believe two things simultaneously at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it really goes, especially like, you know, we live in a culture that's just full of useful idiots now, as they're called, and a lot of it just goes back to kind of even like the system of the education system and a lot of that type of stuff too. Like, if you're someone that homeschools, like you get the same type of treatment as that. We homeschool my kids, and whenever you bring that up to someone, you know, well, not everyone, but there's a lot of people out there that you bring that up, especially like you know, if you're like in a conversation on Twitter or something, then people are like give you like the weird look and stuff, you know, and it's like you mean you're not going through like the system that has been established for you to go through. You're doing your own thing. What? So
you know those kids are gonna fucking hate Tom Hanks.
You actually can't do that over here, man, with these fucking weirdos, man. And it's unfortunate that they view it like that. It's all, I use the term perceived legitimacy all the time, because really that's all they thrive on. That's all they have. And they've tricked themselves into believing that if it doesn't go through them, it either does not exist. And if it does, it's somehow, again, lesser than. So anybody that either bucks the system or sees any level of success that doesn't go through them, you have to be prepared. And I say this all the time, and I'm dead ass serious. Like, you have to be prepared for these guys to work in overdrive to try to ruin really your life. I hate to be dark like that, but that's really what it is. These guys, anybody that sees any level of success that doesn't go through them, they're going to do. You have to be prepared for a mob of crack smokers that are going to sit there and try to ruin everything it is that you have. Not for really any legitimate reason. It's just that you didn't go through us. You didn't check our boxes. You didn't go through our gates, and therefore you are a threat to us and our status quo. And that's how they did it with Gina. They tried to destroy her career and what have you, and they continue to actively do it. And this is, I guess, why they get so frustrated at the Daily Wires, at the Rippaverses of the world, because it's like, okay, you can't go to the manager on us, right? With limited run games, you can go to the company and have someone air it out because, well, they think a certain, well, not even that. It's like they fucking like or follow someone that you find or deem as a threat, and therefore we're going to get you completely out of there. Whereas if you like, there's no going to the manager for Rippaverse, like, oh, I don't like him. He says things. I had some crack smoker call me homophobic today, whatever, congratulations. And it's like, yeah, who do you go to? You can't go to the distributor. Well, we're our own distributor. You can't go to the publisher. We're our own publisher. So they get aggravated at that. Like, well, we can say these mean things, and otherwise this ends up in cancellation if it goes through our channels, but we don't have that control. So they're like flailing, and they're trying to do everything it is that they can. So it doesn't matter what it is. So to Josiah's point, something as simple as that, right? Homeschooling is going to get you these idiots that just see you as lesser than and really want to try to even ruin that. And they have historically over. I mean, let's be honest, the propaganda or whatever you want to call it actually worked because it has a bunch of idiots grown up thinking that homeschool meant lesser than, and that's what public education fucking got you, where you think, well, they'll talk about socialization and all these other problems that you're going to have. Well, that's not really the case. It's just that you didn't go through their the state indoctrinators, and they didn't get access to it. So what they tried to do was deter people from really taking their kids' education in their own fucking hands. That's dangerous to the status quo, and that's why they can't have it.
Yeah. I mean, people even got pissed at like Geeks and Gamers, like when Geeks and Gamers back in the day was started to build, you know, we had people that were kind of like in leadership and like content creation for Geeks and Gamers that were really trying to do things the exact same way that places like Collider have done things, and you know, all these different companies, and it wasn't working out. And it didn't start to work out until Jeremy like stepped outside of the box of how things have been done for years. And that, even to this day, that pisses off so many people that we aren't trying to, you know, have our G4-esque type studio or you know, try to be like the next Collider and all of this type of stuff. People can't stand that.
It's true. And there was a lot of those, the people you're talking about, they were like, if it's not exactly how I want it, then fuck it, you know. And it's like, God, man. But yeah, so people are gonna have to continue to take risks, step outside of the box, step outside your comfort zone, and that just applies to life. Successful people typically typically had to do a lot of things that make you uncomfortable. That you're not sure what you're not sure what the result is going to be, so it motivates you to work that much harder to make sure that goal is obtained. And so yeah, wild world though, man. And Gina is a badass. She's got, you know, our full support and not only us, but just so many people out there. She's inspired a lot of people, and that's why so many people rally around her whenever she needs it, because she is awesome. And you know what she did, most people would not have done. Most people would have fallen in line and said whatever needs to be said, put whatever pronouns in their bio they needed to put, and you know, just said the leftist talking points. And Gina was like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't do this. And
the loser was going after Gina like though. Star Wars is still relevant anyway. Like
yeah, exactly.
Like literally, like we haven't had a Star Wars film in theaters since what, like 2019 or something like that. So,
and I'm not sure, are we ever
think about what
going to get
you.
one?
Damon Lindelof,
yeah, right? Exactly.
Sequel era. Yeah, it's coming soon.
The conclusion of that timeline where you have to sit there and just say things you don't want, do things you don't want for people you don't. That's Adam Sessler. You end up ranting at Twitter at the end of the thing, miserable and just can't stand anything, can't stand anyone. Desperately trying to convince everyone that you're really happy with your life as you're screaming on Twitter at them. I think there's certainly costs which are worth it to have a happier, more satisfying life than just desperately trying to chase every ounce of clout you can until it absolutely destroys you and burns you out. Because at the end of Hollywood, if they don't care about the customers, they definitely don't care about the actors. They will make them do anything, put them through anything, as long as it gets them whatever they want.
I mean,
you talk to a lot of people in the area, and they're all paranoid.
I thought he was
They're all paranoid. Sorry. You'd say one wrong opinion. Oh, sorry.
I kind of cut you off. I apologize. You took a big, deep breath. Keep going.
You know, Jay, he's always going to do that. So
I've said it before. No one can make me feel guilty generally, except drunk. Drunk is the only person that can make me feel guilty.
I'm sorry, man.
Ever since Among Us, when I got you killed twice, and you,
yeah,
like, oh,
no, you know, look,
play this game.
There's a reason. There's a reason this exists.
Hey guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
That's Jay.
Go on, drunk. The floor is yours.
All I was saying is stuff that we already know. It's like
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
That's all right. Good to be back.
Go ahead, Jay.
Building homes for orphans. That's all. What did y'all do today? So no,
I don't even fucking recycle. I throw my trash in there.
It's
you know what?
We all saw it.
I want to honor. You know what? I am a big fan of.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
I think I forgot my point now.
All right, Jay.
But the floor is yours, Jay.
It makes no sense now. Like it's moved.
Just say
I
it.
was just talking about Gina at the MegaCon having, just making sure I documented, and you guys were there for Orlando and Dallas, how her lines were just twice as big, 3 times as big as anybody else, and yet they tried to spin that too. Even the comments in the videos and stuff all over Twitter when they would walk past her booth and take pictures, just saying, "Oh, yeah," because she had that special booth where it was, you guys saw where it was where she could come out behind the table and meet people personally when the other stars wouldn't do that. And Ripa is right. It's because she didn't go through the channels that they wanted to go through, even in the face of evidence right in front of them. They still say, well, those are just terrible people that want her picture. It just doesn't matter to these people, no matter what you do, no how much money you make, no matter like the lines were like, they just were so, she didn't even take a break because the lines were so long for people that just wanted to meet her and shake her hand. And yes, there was gay people and trans people and all kinds of people. And we documented it all. And yet still they were just like, well, they're terrible people. So that doesn't count. And that's just how they're always going to be. And they always pass the blame. It's like the original sin. It's like Eve passing the blame to Adam and Adam passing the blame. But it's just like they just constantly pass the blame when stuff doesn't go their way. It's somebody else's fault but their own. But I think Ripa is right. I think the day is coming when they're going to look at each other and be like, what happened? Why is this not working? How come nobody reads our publications anymore? How come nobody watches? How come no one does this? And we've seen this with like the Disney Plus streaming service numbers and like the Witcher stuff and all that. And like people just like, they just have had enough. They're just like, I don't even care. I forgot Willow was a thing until Disparu's videos pop up. That poor, tired, sad show that they did to Willow, Wafgood and all that stuff. It's just people just don't want to watch. They don't care anymore. And they just keep pushing it to where they're just going to push them right out. And the only people watching that stuff is the people in their own bubble. And that's not enough to keep it floating or supportive. So it's going to happen. I think we're seeing it. I mean, listen, they're going to re-release the Titanic. That's probably going to make more money than some of the new crazy dumb movies that are coming out,
Interested
brand
to
new.
see how much money that makes.
Yeah, I mean, is James Cameron gonna direct it?
I think it has a different ending.
Yeah.
Should have a different ending. Just like a random 1 in 10 chance at the cinema that you get the good ending. That'd be awesome. It's like a play your own adventure.
I saw somebody tweet like, "Is there going to be like a DLC this time? Like new playable characters?" They should, if there's like deleted scenes or some shit, they should put them in there.
Yeah,
extended cut, director's cut, whatever.
For 4 hours.
We got some potentially breaking news. Not something we normally cover here on this channel, but it's something I'm historically into, and that is WWE. So I've seen a lot of people comment about this. This is not confirmed. No. There's even something new now. This is not confirmed, so this is going wild right now. But sources are saying that the WWE has sold to Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. The company will go back to being private. Unknown if Vince McMahon will return to head of creative, but it is expected by some people. Now, you've also got, and these are like wrestling people that are like plugged in that are talking about it.
We're gonna be mad about this.
So right here, Cassidy reports WWE is being sold to the Saudis. I cannot confirm it this time. This guy does like a podcast with Eric Bischoff. But as noted earlier, heard rumblings about the Saudis in recent hours. Holy shit.
It's so weird
this
how
is
we
wild.
fucking talk about like the Saudis. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's like,
So to the Americans.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we talk about it like it's one collective.
Yeah,
it's so funny to me.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I have not been following a lot of current WWE stuff like that. I mean, obviously, we know Vince McMahon just recently returned, which is so badass. I'm so happy he's back. Not that I think he's good for the product per se, but look, man, Vince McMahon, whatever you think of Vince McMahon in terms of what he's done to the current product in the last decade, 20 years, even probably, Vince McMahon is he is the legend of legends. Okay. He is, man.
Yeah, but I gotta say,
go ahead.
The Saudis is the reason why we have bad wrestling now. The Saudis wanted Brock Lesnar to be the champion. I mean, we could talk about this on another thing. They wanted Brock Lesnar to be the champion. That's why they gave him the belt, because then they were going to go to Saudi Arabia to perform, and they wanted to have everything lined up because they were dishing out the most money. And now that the fact that they're going to buy the company, that's crazy to me to see that. They set up a lot of their pay-per-views just so when they go to the Saudis, we're calling them that, but it's like to go over there to perform for them,
yeah,
you know, and to have it over there. I'm not saying that's Vince's fault, but well, it's kind of, but it's just the fact that they're buying it is just, that's wild, man.
It is wild. Now again, these has not been confirmed by the WWE, but there's definitely some relevant people in the wrestling world that are at least talking about this and reporting this, but not confirmed. But that's what's going on right now. That's being discussed. I saw a few of you comment in the chat talking about it, and wild stuff. I mean, Stephanie McMahon stepped down earlier today, so she made an actual announcement. So Stephanie stepping down, Vince McMahon is back. Rumor has been that he's coming back so that he can, I guess sell the company essentially. I don't know, man. I guess we're just going to continue to see. I mean, wrestling's been I've been checked out on wrestling for a long time anyway, so I can't, it is what it is for me. It's sad that it's gotten to that level. Let's see if I can check something real quick. There's just so much, man. There's just
I just curious what the price tag would be to sell the WWE.
Yeah, I mean the WWE is so insane how big it's gotten.
It's that price tag must be huge.
It's so crazy, like because anytime they do this stuff over there in Saudi Arabia, people get so fucking upset about it. But they've never stopped doing it. They only like do more stuff over there. So obviously it's really fucking profitable. And there's people that are with big money behind it that are interested in it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. There's probably people that have more knowledge on this about how this could affect it. I mean, I think that I knew that if it was at all humanly possible, I knew Vince McMahon was going to be back because he's Vince McMahon. Anybody that's been following wrestling for any significant amount of time knew.
It's almost hard to believe that what's real and what's a work, though, when you see those headlines.
It is true. So. I mean, I do. Eric just put it in the chat. WWE has a market cap of $6.7 billion.
Jeez.
So, the Vince thing was not a work, though. That was not a work. He basically got pushed out. He got bad legal advice. All these accusations or whatever. And as I said at the time, anybody surprised by Vince getting involved in that? Y'all just ain't been paying attention, man. No. It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Okay.
I have a hard time believing that, that a wrestler who might have wanted to make her name in WWE may have sucked Vince McMahon's dick. I can't believe something like that would happen.
God. Freaking Vince, man. So anyway, we'll see how this all plays out. I don't know. Again, that's just a rumor, not confirmed. If that does get confirmed, guys in the chat, let me know. And yes, very soon. I've actually talked to a couple of people about this recently, but that big GOAT wrestling discussion is still on a big live stream on this channel. It's going to be a shit show. I know Epic Mike's going to be there. I'll probably get Ripple on there because Ripple's an old school wrestling fan. Ryan won't be anywhere near that shit.
I'll be working.
Sir Jay, we can get Jay on there. It'll be Rude Eye will be on it. a few other people. So
You're gonna
be
hate
good.
my takes because I think the Honky Tonk Man is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. There's nothing you could say.
So anyway, we were talking about. Oh man, but Honky Tonk was a respectable.
See, he had to say something. I knew he was gonna say.
All right, I don't want to turn this into the fuck. I don't want to turn this into it. But anyway, bottom line, wrestling, old school wrestling, will always be worth talking about. Like, I can't tell you how many times I end up going down a wrestling shoot interview rabbit hole, and I'm like, where did my day go? But I can't get enough of old school wrestling drama. I can't get. I just. It's fascinating to me. It's fascinating to me to hear all of it, and it sucks nowadays though. Like, and even AEW, I can't really get into it. I tried. Like, the CM Punk return was cool for a while. Now I guess he's going to come back. I don't know, but neither here nor there. The last thing we're going to talk about is the greatest television show in the history of existence is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. And that would be, let me hit a refresh on this and see exactly where we're at. Okay, right now, at the current moment, with I guess about a week before it releases, HBO's The Last of Us is currently sitting at a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics. 97%. Now, I've talked about this show a little bit. I actually didn't hate the first trailer. I actually thought that the first trailer, the first full trailer was somewhat decent in terms of it looked like it had potential to be a decent show, even though I think the casting of Ellie is horrendous in every possible way. There's some race swapping, but I try to judge it based on the trailer itself, and I was complimentary of the trailer itself. Then we got the reports of the showrunner coming out and saying, hey, basically, and again, do I understand the point he was trying to make with the Pixels comment? Yes, I understand the point he's trying to make. It was still stupid in every possible conceivable way for you to say anything remotely disrespectful about video games when you're trying to adapt a famous, beloved video game to the big screen. Why are you even saying shit like that? And so that put, a lot of people off. You've had some recent comments from the young lady who's playing Ellie, who basically said they told her not to play the video game. She then said, I secretly had to play the video game or at least watch some gameplay footage. So they were encouraging her not to play the video game at all. So a lot of red flags around the show. Clearly, you have Neil Cuckman involved. So we all know that that's a problem in of itself. But right now, you've got the critics just falling over themselves. What is everyone's expectation for the series? I still do believe that there's potentially a good show that doesn't really honor the show, the game in there for normies to eat it up. But I think fans are probably going to have so many problems with this. And then there's going to be a lot of identity politics. There's going to be a lot of identity
politics. You know what the trailer reminds me of? It reminds me of the trailers for The Last of Us Part 2. You know, when Naughty Dog lied to their entire fan base about everything that the game actually was, because they knew that the only way to sell you The Last of Us 2 was to make you think that it was something you'd actually like. They wanted you to think that it would honor Joel and honor Ellie and be a story about an adventure of them together, to the point where they changed scenes in the video game to put in the trailer to make you think that. When in reality, that's not what it was at all. It was disrespectful as fuck. It was not the story that anybody wanted to see or thought they should have seen from these characters. And as we're looking at this, I saw this tweet going around today from Veridark. At least the characters' names are the same. Just look at some of this stuff. Why HBO's The Last of Us removed most of the game's violence. The Last of Us series changes how the infection spreads, and the co-creators explain why. The Last of Us has a major timeline change from the video game. Here's what's different. Why The Last of Us TV show changed the virus spores to tendrils. It's like, what did they actually keep the same other than the characters' names? Certainly not the way they fucking look. Certainly not the way they look, not just with Ellie, but obviously with Joel and Tommy. All of a sudden, they're Hispanic muchachos all of a sudden. I don't know when that fucking happened. Here's Maria. This is Tommy's wife now. Yeah, you can definitely see the fucking resemblance in the casting here. This was just recently revealed. But you have Joel's daughter who's been race swapped. So obviously Joel's wife will be race swapped as well. And that's the only way that fucking works. It is all about identity politics. That's all this show's about. We've seen Neil Cuckman time and time again not care about honoring what came before, very willing to change up whatever. Craig Mazin, there was an interview where Craig Mazin's talking about, changing things. He's like, I was surprised. I thought that Neil would have a bigger problem changing things, but he encouraged me to change whatever I want. I'm sure he fucking did. I imagine that the show's going to be competently done. That if it wasn't involving The Last of Us or something, that it could be a good thing, just like Last of Us 2 in some ways could have been that if you didn't have these characters named Joel and Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think that you're going to have some people showing out there, just like you did for Last of Us 2, these people who just take Naughty Dog's cock all the way down their throats. But in reality, it's going to be another abomination.
Well, and I want to remind everyone that Naughty Dog did a copyright strike, not only on this channel, Ryan's channel, two strikes at one time, had him on the brink of having his channel deleted. Several other creators out there, as Hill versus Babyface, Mannix, so many others. Didn't they get Vera Dark? Didn't they get her?
I don't know if they got Vera in that or not. I don't remember.
There
So
was
long ago, man.
There's so many creators that they did that to. Ultimately, we all won our appeals because they were false flags, but they didn't care. Now they had a company doing that they were flagging people for literally talking about the leaks of The Last of Us 2, not even showing footage. They were striking people for talking about this. And of course, no penalty when you false flag a channel. No penalty at all. We were banned from live streaming for, what was it, a month? I think it's like a 30-day period, or was it a month? Yeah, it was a month. So we were banned from live streaming because they hit me for a live stream. So
it was 10 business days. As soon as the appeal got through, we were able to go. So we didn't have to wait the whole 30.
Okay.
We won the copyright appeal because Sony and Naughty Dog were cocksuckers and they were wrong. So we ended up winning those appeals because they had no legs to stand on. They were false copyright claims, illegally abusing the YouTube copyright system.
That's right. So I just wanted to make sure, I'm always going to remind people that Naughty Dog is pieces of shit, especially Naughty Dog under Neil Cuckman is a piece of shit company. I fucking despise them. I have no respect for them whatsoever. It doesn't mean that I won't try to be as honest as I can about how I'm going to, talk about these things. And that's why I said when I watched that trailer, I could see how, okay, if I'm stepping back, I can see how this could be good from a normie standpoint for sure, which ultimately everything that the people have, everything that gets put out has to appeal to normies. It just does. We live in a world where Dread didn't make money. Okay. Dread didn't make money. Titanfall 2, maybe not ever going to get a Titanfall 3, one of the greatest games ever fucking made, but for some reason it just wasn't normie friendly. I guess I don't know. I still can't figure that one out. And I'm having a tough time figuring out Dread too, for the reason that one didn't make money. But normie friendly is not a negative thing. It's not a negative thing. It's necessary for things to be successful. But everything that you're hearing though, like I think this is going to be a disaster for anyone that actually likes The Last of Us, the first game, because I don't even recognize the second game at all. And
you're gonna have the stands that like go all for it. You know what I mean? The same fucking people. You're gonna have that group of people make a lot of social media noise.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Well, did he ever come back to Twitter? Because I know he left Twitter after Elon. Did he ever come back?
I don't
somebody
know.
Check his,
deported to Mastodon.
Yeah, how's Mastodon doing, everybody? For all of them over there. God damn it, Adam Sessler. I feel like Eminem when he went after Trump and Trump never acknowledged him. Adam Sessler's pulling a Trump on me. Like I'm just like waiting for Sessler to respond to me, and he probably won't. Now, if Adam Sessler's smart, that's what he does. Just ignore me. Don't block me and don't acknowledge me, and it will piss me the fuck off. But if he responds, I win. If he blocks me, I win. If he ignores me, I'm a credit where credit's due. All right. If he ignores me, credit where credit's due, you piece of shit. Pedro, what is his
But the thing about The Last of Us reviews is there was like Polygon came out, said it was basically perfect. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. But there were these little among all the just blind praise about, oh, it's amazing, it's wonderful, the storytelling is incredible, there were little signs of, it does move the law, though. Oh, there are some scenes that some people may not like. And you're like, those are massive red flags when everything else you're praising and you're saying it's perfect. And then Entertainment Weekly came out and said, yeah, you know, the scope is vast, for better or for worse, but there's some shot-for-shot remakes, but a lot of it's changed. It may work best for newbies or fans who prefer adaptations barely adapted. It contributes to the feeling of watching someone else's replay. Like, for Entertainment Weekly to come out to say that, and then you compare it to the rest, when there's warning signs in the really positive reviews, I'd actually take that as more significant than just blind praise. And it does seem, whether it's good or not, I don't think it's going to be a good Last of Us show. I don't think it's even going to be recognizable as Last of Us show. I think from the description, the intro will probably be like the intro to the game, but then you're going to get entire episodes which had nothing to do with the game. There was one where it says they spent an entire hour just talking about a relationship of people that weren't even in. They turned one note in the game into an entire episode on its own. So they're probably going to
talking about the gay character.
Probably, like which one?
Yeah.
I mean, there was
Not
was
Ellie,
it?
but
I think it was Polygon. I'd have to get the exact quote. Polygon came out with an amazing thing. It says how much hope. It's trying to give hope through the apocalyptic fiction. But how much hope will be felt depend on the lens of the viewer brings to the show, as it, in a blunder bafflingly similar to its source material, regularly kills its queer and BIPOC characters violently. Like, that's what they cared about in the middle of their review, who died. So you can understand taking it back to the other guy who's like, I don't know why we don't just cast these people as villains. Well, that's why. Because Polygon will come after you if you do anything to the characters.
Well, we got Pedro, that's his. I think that's his Twitter account, from what I can tell, and so it's he deleted it.
He likes the way you say Pedro.
I wonder who had Pedro Pascal.
I don't know, because I found it through this. So this is Lionsgate, and it says thanking my lucky stars for @Pedro Pascal. Well, that was in 2022. So I click on that, and the account does this. So I remember he made some announcement that because it's so dangerous here on Twitter, because it's so dangerous, I have to leave. Same thing Elton John said. Fucking idiots. These people are stupid, man. So. But yeah, so I'm glad. I guess he's over on Mastodon. Sounds like it's right up your alley, Pedro. So I'm working on good for you over there. So notice how there's no mainstream stories about Mastodon and anything going on that platform, but suddenly they're all willing to talk about the child endangerment of Twitter now. Suddenly, interesting how that worked out.
Yeah, George Takei really likes it over there. That's what I heard.
I know Disbrew. I know you got to bounce. I know you had 2 hours, so you're getting. Listen, guys. I know you guys don't see the private chat. He will not shut the fuck up about Willow. He's just been talking about Willow in the private
Best
chat.
show of the year.
So Disbrew, tell them where they can find you and whatever you're gonna say.
Yeah, Disbrew on YouTube. I'm reviewing, like I said, Willow will be today. Then obviously The Last of Us, and moving on to the rest of the year, which is when you look up the lineup, especially from Disney, this is gonna be one hell of a year. But yeah, the interesting thing about Willow is that it actually did manage something that She-Hulk never did. It actually managed to be funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so much at a show. Some of it is intentional from them, and a lot of it isn't. I have never seen a show so unhinged, unrelated to itself, and that forgets its own plot just literally minutes past what they've just said to each other. And you watch other people's reviews, and even they don't know what's going on. Characters will make decisions like, what happened? It's like, yeah, if you looked over this guy's right shoulder, there was a major plot point that they didn't even talk about. And everyone in that room had to be an idiot not to see it, but you can understand why people watching the show didn't notice it at all. It's an astronomical disaster, but those are my favorite shows. So,
looks like you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go to sleep to prepare myself for the mental torture about to come for the rest of the day.
All right, Disbrew. Well, congratulations on all your success, buddy, and see you on some game streams soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you been on? You haven't played Fortnite in forever. Gotta get you on some Fortnite.
every time I see Fortnite, it's like we need one person and 3 people will apply. I'm like, well, okay. That's been me looking at the Twitter message.
People don't understand. Disparu's vision in gaming is retarded. Like, it's so good. He sees things. I'm like, how does he see everything? He knows everything. Your situational awareness is next level, dude. So he tells us where everything's going on, tells us where people are at. I'm like, how does he see them? It's crazy. So anyway, man,
I don't know. I can only think it comes from playing games like Escape from Tarkov and Squad especially. I binged that for like a week. Went outside. And you like notice birds in the trees and stuff because you're like so tuned to a tiny pixel moving in the corner of your vision. It was insane.
Oh, take it easy, man. Appreciate you.
Disparu needs to come back and play Fall Guys.
Yes. He can't.
I will when I'm awake. That's the issue. Like when things release at 8 a.m. my time, but you do Fall Guys at 3 a.m. before. I'm like, I'm on a different time scale.
Yeah. I heard that.
But yeah, I'll see you.
All right, man.
See you, Disparu.
Take it easy. All right, check this out. So, did you guys see what Eddie Murphy said at the Golden Globes?
What's he doing there?
Pay your taxes. Mind your business.
He said he's the way to the 3 things to be successful in Hollywood is what he said. Hang on.
Pay your taxes. Mind your business. And keep Will Smith's wife's name.
It's pretty good.
Definitely better than the opening monologue. Holy crap. That was painful to see.
Yeah.
I got to watch that.
It just go to Ryan's Twitter. He put it up there. I was like, what?
Nice.
I was like, what the heck?
It was bad.
Clap when he made a joke. It was just kind of like,
that's really awkward.
It's really bad. I really don't understand the point of it. So I guess he comes off as bitter in the opening monologue. Whoever this guy is, Gerard something, whatever his name is.
Carmichael.
Gerard Carmichael comes off as very bitter. He's not wrong in what he's saying, that he's basically a token black guy to be there for the Hollywood elites to prove that they're not racist, but it comes off like cringy. And I don't know if we can play it, Ryan. Do you think we can play it or not?
I think it's worth fucking watching. It's not like I don't know. It's not even going to be fun to roast, but also I don't know how it's going to be copyrighted for sure.
Yeah, I think I'll hold.
Yeah, I'd probably get hit.
It's being broadcast right now on fucking ABC or something. I don't even know.
All right. Yeah, we'll hold off on it.
It's just bad.
It is. It's cringy. But it's also I'm always happy when Hollywood losers get roasted. I'm okay with that. But this just didn't work. It didn't work for many reasons. And
people saying play it, it's like it's like 8 minutes long. No.
Jay Schwalbach for $49.10 on Locals.
Thank you.
I just saw this story on Blaze. Trans canine woman banned from OnlyFans for bestiality. Ryan, were you dating this chick?
Say it again, Jay Schwalbach. I heard the trans. I don't understand how I apply to this situation. So you got to say it again.
Krista, you want to read it?
She looks like she's sleeping with her fucking hat tilted down like that.
I'm trying to tweet something from the main. Leave me alone.
You look like that all night. It's not because you're tweeting. Look at her.
The hat's too big. Jay, what the heck?
It was the free version. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's Jay Schwalbach says, I just saw this story on the Blaze. Trans canine woman banned from OnlyFans for bestiality. Ryan, were you dating this chick?
Oh, I think I know who that is then. Okay. I saw that Twitter post from that freak who's like, yeah, I've fucked like 6 dogs or some shit. These people are crazy, man. But no, I haven't. Wasn't dating her, but you never know.
Thanks for letting us know.
You never know.
Did something happen with Kanye?
Kanye?
Fucking no.
People in the chat were just mentioning something about it, so I'm looking.
Okay.
Don't know. Don't see it.
I'm not seeing anything.
Osmond Gold's Buck Nuts for $20. What the fuck, Sleepy J? Sometimes watching you is as confusing as watching a Joe Biden interview. Even he has 100,000 subs, and he forgot he even has a channel.
Jay?
I've had a long day. What if I said that was sleepy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Marcus Henry for $10. When will Jay get Waffle House Wendy on?
I don't know. Whenever she does interviews, I guess.
There you
She
go.
has a Twitter account if you want to follow her on Twitter. That's the girl that caught the chair at Waffle House. If you don't know what I'm talking. Sorry, Ryan.
She parried the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she parried the chair like fucking Dark Souls. Author Patrick D. Kaiser for $5. Hey there, G&G crew. Hail. I sent y'all an email via Krista. Would love to hear back from you. Love the show. Keep up the great work.
Yep, Krista told me about it, so I will look into it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
CJ for 10. LRG can fix their errors one way. They need to hire Ryan Kinnell as their diversity officer. Yeah.
They can't afford him, I don't think.
They probably can't, but I'm willing to listen, LRG. I'll fix your company in a heartbeat. We'll hire back the person you fired, and we'll make some other changes that I think most people will enjoy.
Let me get these couple of 20s real quick. Hayden, what up, Hayden? The weirdos going after Gina and Eric are all what is this?
Magikarp, you fucking normie.
Oh, whatever. So, what is Magikarp?
It's a Pokemon.
I'm not a Pokemon person. You guys know this. So, on grass using Splash. Much love to the Geeks Gamers crew, Disparu, Josiah, Eric, and the chat. It's so weird that I've never played Pokemon as much as I love it. But again, handheld. I've never been a handheld gamer, and Pokemon was always a handheld, based game until 64, I think, is when they had one. So
yeah, I mean, they had the adapters that you could play on your Super Nintendo and shit, if you wanted to. But yeah, a handheld. And then really like even on 64, it wasn't like mainline Pokemon games. It was like, Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Snap or fucking whatever. It wasn't until really
so strange.
Switch.
It's so strange that I'm such a Nintendo person and not Ryan's an anti-Nintendo person. Yeah, I know nothing about Pokemon. He knows all the shit about Pokemon. It's such a funny dynamic.
I know a little more. I might know a little more than the average person. There's a lot of people that know everything about Pokemon.
Chris is a big Pokemon fan. she's focused. She's focused. Cole Hauser, hail Tuesday night's main event. Hey, Jeremy, remember when season 3 of G.I. Joe changed from a real American hero to international heroes? Garbage. I don't remember them changing a real American hero. Not on the animated. Like they never changed it to international heroes. Not the actual title. I don't remember that if they did. As a fan of G1 Transformers, this race swap Transformers movie will be trash. Beast Wars suck. Now, there's like situations with, I remember they gender swapped Dial Tone in the animated movie, not the 87 movie, but the other one. I really liked it, by the way, the movie, but they gender swapped Dial Tone, which was bullshit. They went super mega woke in the comics. Holy shit. They had that fat black chick on the freaking cover. Like she's military, but she's got a gut. You know what I mean? But I don't, they never changed it to international heroes. Real American Hero remained Real American Hero, to my knowledge. So, but if there's more information, I'd love to know about that. Quantum DeLorean. Jeremy's one of Geekdom's national treasures. Thank you for doing the Lord's work, amigo. Well, thank you. And I did highlight this one too. And Ryan and Jeremy Suresh have a great show now, more on the political side with great guests. Yeah, so the political show will be on Patriot Outpost tomorrow. And so keep that in mind for if you're tuning in, subscribe to Patriot Outpost. Ryan will be hosting that tomorrow.
Right.
Suresh will be there. Drew might be there. I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow, but Ryan will be hosting Patriot Outpost. I may be able to pop in for a bit. So, what's the name of the political show? We don't have
I don't
one.
fucking know.
Should we name it that? I don't fucking know.
Probably not, based on YouTube's new rules about swearing. Well, I started actually laughing in the middle of the show because I saw a tweet that somebody screen capped from Boogie 2988, who his life is just fucking miserable. But he's like, with YouTube's new rules, every single one of my videos for the last 5 years has been demonetized. So just like everything about that dude's life gets more and more fucking pathetic each and every month.
It's really
that's
bad.
just the icing on the cake.
I used to be such a big fan of Boogie, like a lot of people, and he's just fallen off so bad.
I mean, the Francis videos were like funny in the day, you know what I mean?
I liked his Draw My Life video. I thought that was an amazing video, and when he would actually talk and he would have like solid takes, and then just slowly started to just fucking lose it. By the way, so 8-Bit Axel has gifted 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, 8-Bit Axel. Appreciate you. And then Bashi Washi has gifted 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Bashi Washi. I'm probably never going to
I say Bashy Washy.
Bashi Washi, Bashy Washi. It could go either way. Kind of like you, Ryan. Anyway, I will never not get excited to see gifted memberships. It's probably gonna be like Krista whenever she does get her blue check mark. She'll just never get tired of seeing it because she went through such hell to get there. Same with the gifted memberships. Every time I see them on this channel, it just makes me happy. So,
all right.
I just want to see how long. I just wanted to see how long. Well, see you later.
Yeah, what the fuck? Just stop talking.
Hey, he said it. So where'd it go? Hang on. You are right, Ryan, with the way of saying it. So there you go.
Not a surprise. Thank you, Bashy Washy. And I have your lights right here. I'm gonna put them up in a different place, so you'll see that soon. Quint for $5. Imagine trans on the Titanic. The women and children first rule would certainly be miraculous.
I've got that meme where Billy Zane, it's like women and children, when Billy Zane was trying to get on and he's like, I'm trans.
Jama Llama for 10. I don't know. I kind of like the rings of Willow's Witcher power origins in tomato paste, but popsicles. But hey, that's just me. Thank you, Jama Llama. Super Nate for 2. Hey guys, y'all fed any ducks lately? Of course. Who the fuck you think I am, Super Nate? Of course I've been feeding the ducks.
Hey, this could be the last. Next week's Tuesday night's main event may be from the G&G house in Orlando. It might be, not sure. At least for like me and Ryan and a couple of the people will be there. It could be. We'll see. And we are within the month. This will be happening within the month for sure. But exciting time. So that means I'll be hosting there for not this Sunday for Mario Kart, but after this Sunday, I'll be hosting Mario Kart from there and some other stuff. It's exciting stuff, man. So Geeks and Gamers House Orlando is happening. You're going to see some vlogs. You're going to see some different type of content along with the content that we already produce. But I'm really excited about it. So thank you guys for all the support and helping stuff like this happen. The only way we're able to do this is because of all of you. So thank you so much.
Jay, what is it? If you were to go out and feed ducks right now, what would it look like?
Like with bread?
Yeah. Like how would you throw it to the ducks?
Like that?
That's how you do it?
Why?
overhand.
Do it?
Would you say anything when you threw it?
No. I don't like ducks. They poop on everything, so I probably wouldn't feed them. So I wouldn't know how I'd do it. I guess shuffle them out. I don't know.
How would you do it, Josiah?
Oh, I'd hurl it right at them, right at their face.
Okay.
Would you take pieces off the bread or just throw a whole bread?
Just the entire loaf.
Why is this even a question? Like,
it came up on Friday Night Tights because none of us had ever heard this phrase before. Shad knew it, and it's like on, it's on fucking like Urban Dictionary, everything. Feed the ducks is a fucking euphemism for jerk off because, like, if you had like a bunch of breadcrumbs, you'd feed the ducks. There you go, like that. You know what I mean? So none of us had any idea. And Gary's sound that he fucking uses is called "Feed the Ducks." See if I can find it.
Oh, that sound whenever comics would talk. Yeah.
It's more like, why does it sound like somebody's about to fuck? And it's called "Feeding the Ducks." We like couldn't figure it out. So yeah, that's how that all came about.
Nice.
I was hoping Jay would do it instead of just go like. How would you throw bread to ducks? Fucking Nolan Ryan or something. That's what Josiah would do. Josh Kelsey for $20. Thank you, Josh. Doesn't say anything, but we appreciate it. Riley Grant. Now, this is a smart man right here for $10. Obviously, ISOM is based off Ryan. Clear as day.
I can see it.
Eric Stratton for $7.77. I like Jay. He's like a 55-year-old soul and a 65-year-old body.
What? Thank you.
I don't think Jay saw the intro, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
West Britannicus.
What does that mean?
You had a nice appearance. You had a nice appearance in the intro. That's all.
Oh,
yeah, it was good. It was good stuff.
Appreciate
I think he's saying you're an old soul, but you look older. I think that's basically what he said. West Britannicus for 20. Happy Tuesday. Thanks to Ripa, the hashtag Iron Age has had a nuclear impact, but it's only just begun. Iron Age gaming, video, and tabletop is on the horizon. Also, remember, Ripa, do not make an in-universe Norfrika album.
All right. It's trying to like reverse psychology shit.
Matt Moss for 5. IGN review of Last of Us. Queer relationships are at the forefront of some episodes where they could have easily been in the background. Does that make you excited? No. Let's see. Big Raj for 2. Thank you. Pimp Daddy Propane for $10. Ryan, tell about the Freddy story you put off 2 weeks ago. Don't worry, I'll help you through the propane. I know it's a dumb fucking story. I think I told it the next fucking week or another time on stream. Literally, I went there and everybody else. It's kind of similar to the fucking Taco Bell story, to be honest with you. But at least a couple people like showed at least some remorse there. But these fucking people, I went and I ordered my shit. I didn't get my shit till after every single motherfucker who came after me was in the goddamn restaurant got their shit, and it pissed me the fuck off. And then when this stupid fat hoe that brought me my food came up there, she's fucking like tossed it on the fucking table like it was nothing. Didn't look me in the eye, didn't say sorry, didn't anything. Fucking stupid bitch. I'm never going to Freddy's again. Hayden for $10. Didn't Terror on the Prairie only run for 1 day or 1 weekend in that theater and was just the premiere? These clowns wouldn't look so grotesque if mental gymnastics counted towards physique. Thank you, Hayden. Yeah, and Matt Walsh tweeted about it today. Jay sent me that tweet. He said that 1 day was from the premiere, actually. And that was, they didn't charge for that. So I don't know how they got the $804, to be honest with you.
Popcorn, some shit.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
All the candy I had.
Jay had $804 in candy. He had to take it out of his pocket to get through a metal detector.
Yeah, it was a terrible day in my life.
IMAV for 2. Have a great show. Thank you, IMAV. Sophie for 11. Hi. Taking this opportunity to say, hope Willow, She-Hulk, and Blood Orange can get a second season. because watching Disbrew lose his mind is hilarious and better entertainment than anything on Netflix. Makes my day. Thank you, Sophie. Slaglust for 5. Next game, Harry Potter and the Wailing of the Troons. Thank you, Slaglust. A. Marcellus for 10. How to fix Star Wars. Time travel in the late 80s. Mind trick George Lucas into writing his prequel and sequel treatments for 90s release. Have him hire good writers to do his scripts.
The hell was that?
That was me. I was pressing. I'm trying to. This animation studio like reaches out to me and they send me all this shit, and I can't fucking mute the audio. And it's like, what the fuck?
I like how you weren't gonna say shit.
No, I wasn't gonna jack shit. I was just gonna let it ride. I was gonna let that shit ride.
Oh man,
nostalgia. Nostalgia Tron.
Hold on, let's figure this shit out. Why the fuck can y'all hear that in the first goddamn place? I'm using the same fucking equipment. I have no idea why every time I fucking play a video, y'all can hear it. Like, it makes no fucking sense why it's coming through the fucking roadcaster.
Yeah, sometimes your fucking computer makes noise and shit too, like the Windows
like,
noise.
I know your emails, like, I have no idea why y'all are able to fucking hear that. It makes no fucking sense.
I don't know.
Speaker. Yeah, like, why it's on stereo? I have no idea why it does that.
Your settings. Play. I don't know. Do something. See if we can
like watch. So I'm gonna play this demo reel from this studio. Y'all can hear all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, it's just playing through the desktop. It doesn't make sense.
Take the over on, you have a normal roadcaster, right?
Yeah.
Over on the far right side, or like the right lever, turn it all the way down.
Right lever.
Not
It is
right lever.
like, yeah, like
right
the one
slider.
next to the sound pad. Yeah.
What about the one that's like the USB connection thing? Is that all the way down?
No, it's I usually wait a minute. I'm about to learn something new. How the fuck do you hear the audio if it's not coming through the USB shit? Because that's where I hear all my audio is controlled through that.
Oh.
So how are you hearing the audio? How does your setup?
I'm set up through a different fucking speaker system. That's why.
That's why. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Fuck, I don't know.
Look how
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna. I would have to get a different like interface, or like do like you're doing, where I would have the audio run through like.
I just have another speaker because I like when I'm not fucking doing something, I have my shit unplugged and so I can just hear it and I can go do other shit and still listen to something that's on the computer.
That's a good idea. That's not a bad idea. That's not a half bad idea. I might have to do some shit like that. I hate that shit because, like I said, I got people sending me shit and I'm like, all right, let me listen to it, see what this motherfucker got, and I can't even play it. For one, I can't mute it, which is stupid. But yeah, anytime I play anything, you guys fucking hear it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yep. Real quick, I just want to say, like, this story is continuing to be picked up. So now major wrestling sites are picking it up.
Get some money.
WWE has reportedly been sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, and the company will be going private. So again, this has not been officially announced by the WWE, but I think this is going to be fucking crazy if this becomes official. This is going to be crazy.
Vince, take the money and run.
Well, Vince McMahon.
I think that the return has something to do with that. Then that's what I think.
Well, no, that's exactly what it means. That was reported. So when he came back, it was to, to facilitate the sell of for who he wanted to sell it to, so that he can look. You are not going to take Vince McMahon's baby from him. It ain't happening. Okay. It was never going to happen. He was always going to get back in here. And so that's the latest update we have. I'm continuing to follow it. So I'll let you guys know if anything changes.
Nostalgiatron for 5. Thoughts on the Hogwarts Legacy drama? I found it funny at the Reen on Twitter skyrocketing the game to #1 on Steam. Yeah, it's the best seller on Steam. It's the best seller on PlayStation 5 right now. It's not even fucking out yet. So I think it's going to do really well. I just hope it's good. That's my hope. I hope that it's a really fucking good game. I can't wait.
Do you guys wanted me to give some free digital copies away? I'm thinking about it. So I think maybe at least 5, and we can do some kind of thing where we could, I don't know, we trigger some SJWs with that. So, but I want this game to,
for sure.
I want to make I want this game to be successful. I want all of these people to freak out. I want them to get really mad. So if we can give away some copies and make some SJWs upset, I think it's a win-win.
Josh Wright for 5. Has anyone watched The Menu? If so, thoughts? The Menu. I've heard about it. I haven't watched it.
It's on HBO Max now. It was it's kind of like a horror film, sort of, but it's like about like a restaurant, and I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know much about the plot, but yeah.
Dude, A24 just put out this trailer for this this new horror movie with Joaquin Phoenix, who looks really old and fat.
Oh yeah, Beau's Afraid. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah,
that looked pretty fucking freaky.
Ari Aster is a fantastic director. So he made Midsummer and Hereditary. So I think it's gonna be really good.
Gerald Armstrong for 5 or for 10. Breaking. WWE sold to the Saudis. Thank you. And then Gerald Armstrong for $2 says do it on April 1st. I don't know. Oh, the April Fool's Day when I make a video for Josiah.
That's actually not a bad idea.
There you go.
Fifth Guy BA for 2. I just got here. What's going on?
A lot.
I don't know.
A lot.
David Individual for 5. Ryan, specifically, how did you avoid monkeypox? Ripa, you're incredibly inspiring. God bless you all.
Appreciate it.
I don't let anyone fuck me. I just fuck them. That's the secret. Nimitz for 5. Adam's always had shit takes. Glad he's finally shown his true colors. Yeah, he was an asshole for a fucking decade.
Yep.
Blue Crossroad for 5. Sounds like he's auditioning to write for Disney Marvel. Sessler, yeah, maybe there's a job opening. Albatross for 5. I've seen behavior like this from addicts suffering from withdrawal, erratic anger tantrums, hatred, seeking out confrontation, etc. Yeah, I think drugs is something he's definitely struggling with that. Blue Hellion Comics for 5. Krista getting blocked by Adam Sessler makes Frost write about male gamers. They're sexist. She laughed. Hi, Kira for 5. What's funny is that I didn't think Frost was bad looking until she spoke. Like,
I don't know about that.
With her fucking hair that she had at G4, like she's always looked bad. There's some pictures of her from like a couple years ago when she actually made attempts to look feminine. That's like okay, but then her teeth and
listen. There's only one way to address. If you thought Frost was somewhat attractive,
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Fearless Leader for 5. Hey, Ripa, you said we need a Ripaverse in gaming. I'm wanting to start working on something like that once I graduate this May.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Go for it. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be right back,
Give it a
Ryan.
shot. Shit.
Johnny the Whiz Kid for 2. Can Ryan bring back his intro once in a while? No. Thank you. Jack Hudson for 2 with some corgi stickers. Thank you, Jack. Chris Cran for 2. Ryan will get 3 million views on Monday. I don't know about that, Chris, but we'll try. I will be going to see the Cowgirls, America's team, play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady on Monday in Tampa Bay. So that'll be fun. We'll see if I can get some views on that.
Playoff game's on Monday. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Green Raptor for 5. Breaking news. In and out to expand past Texas into Tennessee by 2026. Enjoy the burgers, boys and girls. Yeah, I saw that news. I'm glad that more of the country be exposed to it so people know it's overrated. Objectively a cat for $5. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Thank you. Objectively a cat. MMA Crease King for 5. Sup, Jeremy, my black brother. How do you feel about Snyder fans wanting the Snyderverse to be purchased by Netflix? Man of Steel is a great movie. Yeah, I think that'd just be too complicated. I think at some point you got to say, hey, that's all she wrote. I don't know what Jeremy thinks, but yeah, there's certainly no lack of passion, though. Johnny the Whiz Kid for 5. When I tell a lefty I just want normalcy to return, she asks me, what is normal? How would each of you answer that we want society? Hold on, this last sentence. How would each of you answer that we want society back to? Question mark. What's
well, I'd
normal?
reject the premise. That's me personally, because that's a gaslight. It assumes what, like, basically you're out of your mind by just simply saying that you want something fucking normal. Because what's going to happen is you're going to explain, you're going to say, hey, apolitical stuff, yada yada, and then they're going to tell you everything's always been political and shit. So I would have rejected the fucking premise altogether if anyone had asked me that shit, because that's a textbook setup.
Yeah. What I would say, like, it's tough to define normal, right? But I think to get back to a spot where people stop getting demonized because of their views and canceled because of their views, and there's not allowed to be dialogue because of people's fucking opinions, whether it's politically, socially, or otherwise, that's the place we need to get back to, where it's acceptable to actually have a conversation and not be in fear of being fucking canceled.
Yeah.
The Lost Tales for 5.
Hang on. Is that real, Steph? Please tell. Did he just tweet that? Are you fucking kidding me? Pull that up right now. Pull that up. Holy fuck. You've got to be kidding me.
Vince McMahon?
No.
Adam
You've
Sessler?
got to be kidding me. Share it. This is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Ever. This is real? You got to be fucking kidding me. Holy shit. Just wait. I want everybody, you're gonna cringe so hard when you see what she's about to share. Logan Paul, the
he tweeted that. He tweeted that a long time ago.
So really?
It was earlier today. Yeah. Like fucking hours ago.
I didn't see it, but the fact that this motherfucker tweeted this. Are you kidding me?
He knows it's a good game right now, man.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's not a good game. That you can't pull off what Andrew Tate pulls off, Logan. You gotta be kidding me. Like, this dude is so pathetic beyond belief.
He almost killed a pig, I heard.
God, what a fucking loser. I've got to make a video on this on D-Day Cobra. I got to do it. My let's get right in the news. I mean, I thought he just tweeted it, but still. That's not overhyped.
Yeah, it's like 7 hours ago or something.
No, I saw it.
She just sent it to me. So holy fuck, Logan Paul is such a clown. He's not a clown. He's the whole fucking circus, dude. This guy, Jesus. Anyway, all right, we can stop. D-Day Cobra video coming up. 100,000 views. Let's go.
The Lost Tales for 5. I'm Mexican, and my favorite hero is Ryan, hands down. I appreciate that. Also, wondering if I have permission to promote Geeks and Gamers and etc. merch in my manga.
Yes.
There we go.
You can anybody can promote Geeks and Gamers. You know, even Dan, on January 8th, he can promote it. So I mean, even you're on the fucking stream. That goes without saying, Ryan.
I was saying. Dan was wearing a Geeks and Gamers hat when he stormed the fucking president's house, or whatever.
Somebody Photoshop Dan wearing a Geeks and Gamers hat for January 8th in Brazil.
Did you see Alex in DC?
No, is he wearing a Geeks and Gamers
Cecil
hat?
on the other?
No. He's not. I knew you'd be disappointed, but here you go.
Give him any money? Ukraine money. So you want America to send more money to Ukraine? What about this homeless man? My wife's boyfriend. Do you need help? Need help.
This is a rally in support of Ukraine.
Yeah, but what about the homeless people right here in America? You don't think $100 billion to Ukraine is a lot?
People are asking is Congress. Are you asking Congress for this?
Yeah, I think they should help the homeless instead of giving hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine.
Threatening to attack other countries, including the United States.
Do you have any money? Do you want to give him any money? You don't want to give him any money? Give me some of that Ukraine money.
This dude looks so uncomfortable.
He said, "Give me some of that Ukraine money."
He's like, my programming did not prepare me for this.
What do you do in that situation? I really hope he fucking gives him some money.
He's struggling. He's struggling right now. He's actually struggling. He's probably doing the homeless problem is worse here in America than it is in Ukraine.
That's because the Ukraine's being actively bombarded by Russia, which means that in many cases, if people lose their house, it is because the Russians blew up there.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a house. What about the people here in America? They don't have a house. We don't want. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to. We don't want to give it all to the Ukraine. We have homeless people here, right here, Don Terriers. Citizen, he's struggling. This is my wife's boyfriend, Don Terrier. You don't think it's important that we help him?
Help home first. USA, USA, USA.
Mommy, don't you guys think we should help American citizens? Don Terriers, they don't want to help you. They don't.
Help America first.
Do you have any money for him? Guys, they want to give more money to the Ukraine than America.
Don
Terry,
this is so great.
I was really hoping that he would give him money by the end of it. Luis Cuevas for 2 by Odin's Fade. Yes. One of the best lines in Miles Morales is Thor. Eric K for 2. Stream is hot as a fresh jar of J&A's. Floki the Mad for 2. Why does Jay always look high as fuck?
Do I?
The way your face, like, because your eyes are kind of squinted when you smile, you kind of look high.
It's because the light is bright, so it makes my eyes squinty.
I think that's just the shape of your eyes.
Okay, so I'm naturally squinty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Laura Lynn Lance for 5. Stop picking on my J Bear, but I do like the chat tonight, G&G. Smooches for Jay. Glad you're home safe. Hi, y'all on stream.
And she was asking if you were reading the chat earlier. I saw her, Jay. So she was complimenting you.
Thank you.
Notice how he doesn't see when people are complimenting him. He finds that one negative
Probably
comment,
his
turns the
eyes
whole
are
narrative
squinted.
around it. So
I'm tired.
Water Asian.
Look, somebody said Jay's really hot. I saw that. That's a good thing.
Taters
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico.
Puerto
Rico. Sounds like he needs help breathing in that thing. Taters Vivo for 5. Politically erect for a show name. Maybe. DZ Fettuccine for 5. Can someone Photoshop Ryan's face onto Ogre yelling geeks? Okay. Thank you.
We got Shrek talking about Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah.
Hey, Donkey, why don't you show up?
So you gotta talk to Jeremy about that. That was
Man, forget Jeremy. He's player hating because he knows I'm a better. Look, he knows I'm a better personality than he is. Right now for another video. He knows I do that better than he does.
Well, I'll let him know. So you can. I'll show him
Hey,
this
look,
video.
I got work done and everything.
That's right.
Let's not bring that up.
What's going on, Shrek? Everything good?
Oh, snap.
All right. There we go. Very good. Any passing final words for the Geeks and Gamers crew?
Yeah, look. Once again, I got slighted by Nerdrotic. Gary, you tripping. You know why you tripping. And Jeremy, don't even get me started on your little butt. Man.
I'll let him know. I'll let him know.
I don't like anything anymore, and I want to just watch my videos, please. I'm trying to make money.
There it is. I'll let him.
That's so good.
The whole time I was doing that, the workers were like like, you know, you only have 10 seconds to take a picture and go. They were like, so you could see me. I was trying to walk away. They were like telling me, like, hurry up. There's a line. Hurry up. There's a line.
That's good
funny.
stuff.
Flag Ninja for 5. Here's some money to stuff in the J&A's jar.
Just so you guys know, there's JO stickers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Krista is taking over the Geeks Gamers Twitch channel. There's all type of new stickers. Apparently she's already she basically January 6th the chat against me. She's changing everything over there. I have no control.
Rightfully so. We got some Jane's, so come get your JO. Savers Twitch.
Cole Hauser for $5. Hey Jeremy, G.I. Joe Operation Dragonfire. Watch the intro. DIC.
Okay. So yeah,
DLC.
I thought you were saying that that like because Real American Hero didn't change after season 3. They added the but they never changed Real. But I hear what you're saying, so I hear you now.
Talking and Drawn with Shane Davis for 5. Hello, Eric. Can't wait to see Isom 2.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Shane Davis from Comicsgate?
No, that's a different.
Okay.
What is it?
Talking and Drawing with Shane Davis.
Well, no, I think that actually is his.
Yeah, I think that's him.
That
right?
is the real Shane Davis. So shout out. Shout out.
Cliff for $2. If Saudi owns WWE, bring back the Shrieking Sheik.
I want to see Norman Smiley. I want screaming Norman Smiley back. That's what I want. Okay. We ain't got to worry about all this politically correct stuff. So
Marcus Henry for 5. You guys see the AI art of each country? It's pretty dope. I did. It was actually really fucking cool.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Really cool. Joseph the Gamer for 5. Have you guys watched this morning video on incels? Because I think people use that video to describe you guys. I don't know what morning video on incels you're talking about, but thanks, Joseph the Gamer. Bird Up for 2. Ellie's gay, by the way. Well, yeah, Ellie is gay. They did that in DLC, actually.
Yep.
That will be in Last of Us. They've already showed that. Jonathan Bordeaux for 2. Just got done laughing at WWE to Saudi news. Good Wrench for $10. Thank you. Captain Palsy. Wonder if his first name's Cerebral for 2. Jay is not high. It's Down syndrome.
Breakfast.
Thank you. Sketch 174 for 2. Hey Jay, you mayo eater. Who's Limus?
We'll let Krista out. Tell you who Limus is.
Krista?
Limus is Ryan.
Limus is a wasn't that an Among Us deal?
Shit ain't even funny. Yeah, it was Among Us.
Yeah,
it was like an auto-generated like name or something.
And then because of Krista, it just stuck with him forever. So,
by stuck, it's like fucking 10 people that know it.
Hey, it only takes one.
I guess. Ballad of the Masterless for $9. Hey guys, 1923 has been very good. Taylor Sheridan actually lets you escape in entertainment for a while.
Taylor
Haven't got a
Sheridan's
chance
badass.
to watch it, but
love
I'll watch
Taylor
it
Sheridan.
soon.
Looking forward to watching both spinoffs and getting caught up on Yellowstone. Yellowstone is a fantastic show, and Taylor Sheridan, who also did, he's done several movies. He did Wind River, and with Jeremy Renner in it. The Mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor of Kingstown is a TV show that with Jeremy Renner that he also does.
I've watched a couple. I think I watched the first couple episodes.
Might have to be a little delayed now.
Yeah. But Taylor Sheridan is he's badass. And I got my introduction to him because he was in Sons of Anarchy. He was a star of Sons of Anarchy for the first couple of seasons. And he was fantastic on that show as well. And then he basically, from what I understand, they felt that he didn't bring enough value as a character. So he kind of got pissed off. He's like, I'll just do my own thing now. And look at him now. He's fucking crushing it. So
yeah, he also does Tulsa King.
And Hell or High Water, which is a great movie. Dude's awesome, man. Taylor Sheridan is really, really talented.
What What the fuck does this say? My ball zitch for $9. Me ball. Also, F's in chat for the blue Bingus Ryan's virginity. We need a plushie.
Bingus.
Plushie of that. And knock Maman for $3.
Encino Man.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I called him by accident once. Never let me live it down.
Part 1. I tried out for the position of sports anchor at my local news station. Shockingly, I was turned down. I asked why not, and Ed, the producer, said, "You're a dangerous alcoholic, a racist, a sexist, and you don't know shit about sports." I said, "Ed, you dirty..." I don't know if I could say that. It's 10 a.m. Let's go to the strip club and get hammered. Then we can go to the baseball rink and watch Mexicans kick some touchdowns. I can't see why I was turned down. Anyway, can I join Sports Wars instead? No. Ryan, or P.S. Ryan, can I call you Pokey Noodle from now on? Sure. Let's see.
Hang on. Let me clarify. Let me clarify. When Ryan says too much, he meant for YouTube, not for Ryan. Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So
I just don't know if I can say it like that.
Yeah. There's never anything he won't say just in general, but the YouTube side.
Jeremy, I have a suggestion for political stream. Please look up Robert Romano. He has great insight and actually works on campaigns. Also, daily reminder to Ryan to check his Twitter DM. I did check it. I've checked out some of the videos, Jolly Roger. So thank you. Krista, remind him, please. And knock him on for 3. It's sad to see Adam Sessler freaking out on Twitter like this. The man's been in a bubble for so long he can't handle criticism. Meanwhile, I made a joke about Rolo getting gang raped during Gold Rush the other day and hadn't been banned yet.
I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, if you're part of Geeks and Gamers and you're not getting made fun of, then
yeah, tell me about it.
Like, you've got to, getting roasted is part of it. It's part of it. So,
titty smacker for $3.
You say it so aggressively.
Is that not a name that should be said with some aggression?
No, it is.
It's not called like titty stroker or anything. Fucking titty smacker. Go woke, go broke.
Even hear you talking.
Yeah,
I can hear him.
He just doesn't think it's as funny as you do. Go woke, go broke. Fuck Hollywood and all the BS they made. Can't wait to see these libtards continue to fail and flop. Hashtag Gina goated. Thank you, titty smacker. And you sent that twice, so appreciate it. Marksman for 7. Henry Cavill's playing too much Warhammer Total War to go back to Superman. Suck it, Snyder fans. He's ours now. You're not getting him back. Cope and seethe harder. Our glory will be built on your ashes with your skulls to decorate our thrones.
Holy shit.
It's like the Empire of Man. John Papa Sergio for 2. You know what sucks? Vacuums. Thank you.
More people are confirming. A lot of people are confirming the WWE situation. It sounds like it's actually real now. I think it's actually I think it's actually a done deal. I think WWE is probably gonna make an announcement very soon. Wow, that is crazy. This is I know a lot of people maybe don't follow wrestling. Like, this is a seismic shift. This is going to completely change the entire billion-dollar industry. Jay, someone that knows how big of a deal it is, doesn't care because he's too busy laughing at titty smacker.
No, the guy crazy. This guy named Crazy in the chat. I don't know why he says, please keep making Hey laugh. His laugh. I don't know why that's funny. Hey.
You're laughing at cancer? Is that what you're laughing at, Jay?
No, he said his laugh can cure cancer. He just said my name was Hey instead of Jay. I thought that was funny. Anyway, sorry.
I thought that was going to be something better than that.
Yeah, I know. It was terrible.
A lot of cancer got cured right there, though. The Rand Man for 5. Ripper reminds me of Bugs Bunny. Instead of getting mad, he just pisses off the haters more.
I respect
it.
Yeah.
Ty Sloan for 2. What's your favorite Sonic games from the 90s?
Sonic 2. It's not even close.
Sonic 2 was so fucking cool, but I have nostalgia for 1 just because I was a Genesis kid. You know what I mean? So
Sonic and Knuckles too, man. That was
so. Man,
the cartridge.
You got the Sonic 2 cartridge.
I'm about to grab it. I think I got
you need to get the one with the cover. You need to have the cover, man, because that Sonic 2 box art is legendary.
Has anyone played the new Sonic that's out, Sonic Frontiers?
I've heard pretty good, but I haven't played it yet.
Marcus Henry for 2. Quick question: what does Ripa think of AI art? Well, we'll ask him. Alex Slusher for 5. Really upset about the whole limited run games thing from a few days ago. Carlin didn't deserve to be canceled. Hashtag cancel culture. I agree.
I keep bragging rights now.
Hell yeah, we got Ripper for bragging rights. Let me see if I got one. Hang on.
Sonic 2, baby.
There we go.
I'll
be right back. Hang on.
Fucking
Mad 92 as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We got all this good shit. I know Jeremy will for sure love this one. This is to me one of the better wrestling games that I'd ever played. Right there, Raw. What else we got in here? Techno Clash. What is it?
Just Sega Workshop.
Holy shit. It's all kinds of good shit. Vector Man, game I never beat. I want to play this on stream and actually beat this. I never beat this when I was younger. So that's a good one. Check this out. It's old Batman game.
Holy shit. That's cool.
Yeah. Techno Clash.
God, these used to be so simple. These little fucking cartridges. You get a blow, you fucking slam it in.
Man. You were fucking and some random ass fucking.
Oh, dude, yes.
Pokemon.
Dude, I feel bad. I sold mine like 4 years ago or something. Because I was going through my shit. I found my original yellow Green Boy Color.
Oh, nice.
In that game, and I tested it. Still worked. The battery and the cartridge works still and everything. So I sold it on eBay. I wish I would have kept it.
I can't find like some of my stuff's
put. Of course,
like,
this is about as good as it gets.
Ninja Turtles. Oh my goodness, yes.
You know it.
All right, I got a couple right here. Ripple appreciate this one right here. Ripple appreciate this one right here. There we go.
Oh hell yeah!
Fucking
hell yeah! X-Men.
And then this one, Ripple. How about this one,
dude? Hey.
Woo!
Oh, Jordan versus Bird. Yeah.
Yes, and of course, Tecmo Super Bowl.
Tecmo Super Bowl. I got you right here on the Jordan v. Bird. Hell yeah!
All right, we're bringing Ripple to bragging rights. We're bringing Ripple to bragging rights. So hell yeah.
Sir Ubisoft for 2. Purple Tinker sounds like a new diverse Teletubby. Yeah, if anyone don't trust bronies, all right, that's a good policy. That person is an absolute fucking freak, a disgusting, degenerate piece of filth.
Yes.
Joseph the Gamer for 2. This morning is an England news show. Oh, on This Morning. Well, thank you, Joseph. Ty Sloan for 2. Is it true the Sonic games in the 90s had Michael Jackson music?
I don't know what they had, but they were all fucking jams. Every single one of them goddamn songs on fucking Sonic 2 were a goddamn jam.
Sonic and there's one that I have the soundtrack downloaded from one of the Sonic games, or at least there's just one song. God, I can't remember the name of it right now.
That underwater music still gets me like fucking anxiety when I hear that.
Yeah,
when you like.
I gotta find shit. I'm gonna forget it. I gotta figure it out. It's Sonic. I'll tell you in a minute, and people can Google it. It's so good. Sonic. I think it was Sonic 2.
Samurai Vader for 2. Ripa. Andre the Giant passed away.
Fucking shit.
Oh, hi, Jay.
Hi. Ripa, they were gonna ask you about AI.
Yeah. What do you think of AI art?
I don't fucking know much. Look, I'm not gonna sit up here and insult like my fucking like the people that have obviously fucking made the Riververse by fucking like acting as if I know it all about AI art. I'm not gonna prefer any like computer shit as opposed to people that, you know, are actually drawn and a part of the actual creation. So, but, you know, I guess it's one of those things where people are finding some level of fun in it. I don't see the harm necessarily in like the fun aspect of it. But I think, as with anything, when you start seeing people do a bunch of shit, people start fearing for their fucking careers and stuff. And I think you're going to be fine. I don't think those guys are going to be. AI art is not going to replace fucking people that know what the hell they're doing. So
the one weird thing about AI art is always the hands. They can't get the hands right.
Yeah.
But the ironic thing about AI is that the more that people tell it the hands are fucked up, the more it'll learn to do the hands better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Sky Chase Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sky Chase Zone. Listen to that. That is some of the greatest video game music ever right there. Sky Chase Zone. Love it. Love that so much.
Ty Sloan for 2. I never understood why Knuckles hated you in Sonic 3. It's on his period. Peanut Butter and Jelly for 5. Finally got a new TV after breaking the last one playing The Woke Last of Us 2. It's great watching you live stream on my flat screen. Nice, Peanut Butter and Jelly. Very cool.
That shit never made my system.
Last of Us 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it either.
I didn't even consider this shit. I played like what was it, my kinfolk? What house I was at? Where that loser had it. But yeah, that was the only time I like actually I watched someone else play it, but not like actually playing through that shit. You couldn't have paid me to do that.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're just
could have made a lot of money playing it, probably.
I probably could have, to be completely honest. But
we're just gonna play it. We're gonna play a little bit of it with the gameplay. Legendary. Greatness, man.
Game had so many fucking jams, man.
All right, we gotta stop it or we're gonna hit. So
Game
love
had
it, man.
So many jams.
Love it.
So good.
This is so good.
We got a bunch of member stuff to go through now. Jace the Pop Culture Vandal, thank you for becoming a channel member. Freddie Yankoba for 12 months. For more years in the G&G community. This is for the ladies. There you go. You almost saw our eyes.
You too, Jay.
Scott McKenzie, hail to G&G in the chat. Member for 5 months. Thank you, Scott. WG gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, WG. Appreciate it, man.
Memberships are so cool.
Hernandez, professional accounting, member for 5 months. Hit the like button. God bless America. We need to hold politicians accountable like we do celebrities. Humiliation is the best tool we have.
Does that mean, do we need one? Do we need, there we go.
I'm going to teach you the meaning of pain. I'm going to teach you the meaning of humiliation. I'm going to teach
Freaking bragging rights. Bragging rights will return. Okay. Don't worry. And it may return a lot more often than it did before. That's all I'll say.
5 picoseconds. Member for 9 months. The worst part about Adam's tirade, he's awful at insults. Yeah, he's not very creative. Mr. Bubba Matt, thank you for becoming a channel member. Eric K for 17 months. How come false claims they do not ban the other group from YouTube or interacting for at least 30 days?
Well, that's the reason this is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
How come false claims they do not ban that other group from YouTube or interacting for at least 30 days?
And so I think what he's trying to, obviously he's trying to bring up, like, when you make a false claim, why aren't you
copyright?
Why aren't you penalized? And that's why the system is so broken,
Yeah.
because there is no penalty. There's no penalty for you. Naughty Dog literally stopped this channel from creating revenue for a short period of time when they false flagged this channel, and they served no penalty whatsoever. We were penalized. I lost money. Company lost money. We lost money because they false flagged us. Once we won the appeal, they have no penalty whatsoever. And that's why the system is so fucking broken. It could be abused, it could be misrepresented, and there's no penalty for it whatsoever. Fuck Naughty Dog. That's all I'll say.
Revenge of the Netherrealm, member for 2 months. If Gina Carano can destroy the woke mob, then she can very damn well destroy anyone. And to be honest, I'm loving every single damn bit of it. Thank you. BS Warren becomes a channel member. Fantastic Mr. Knox member for 12 months. It's amazing to see the critics trying to find success in a woke show in this time, Last of Us. They haven't had success, especially last year with their crappy shows. Thank you. Jesus Davila, member for 14 months with a thumbs up. Thank you. Sir Ubisoft for 2, along with SMB, who can't wait for Sonic 3 movie. I'm not gonna lie, that post-credit Sonic 2, there was some problems with it. Like literally the entire wedding. Fucking humans. The entire purpose for that wedding was cringe and gay and stupid and fucking I hated it. But that end with fucking Shadow, with the Shadow reveal, was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And the Supersonic at the end. I wasn't expecting that shit. Like they just fucking
I like Sonic 1 and 2. They're not they're not these legendary like all-time great movies, but they're good. They're really good, and they do a good job of honoring the source material. And we all know the whole thing that happened with the first Sonic movie with that disastrous trailer, that horrible design, and that goodwill went a long way. And even like the marketing, I tweeted this the other like a couple weeks ago about you take the poster from. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. But you take the poster and from the Sonic 2 and the box art from Sonic 2, and it's perfect. I mean, that's right there. Here it is. So this right here just sets a tone. This sets a tone for fans. Look at that. It's fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? That's how it's done.
That's awesome.
Like that. Yeah. That's somebody going, hey, let's actually show that we understand what came before. And we're here to let the fans know that we're listening to them and we care about what they're doing. That is fucking perfection right there. I love that so much. And so, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, the third one, and obviously Super Mario Brothers movie, which I still think is definitely on pace for $1 billion. We'll see.
You think it's on pace? You think Sonic 3 is on pace for $1 billion?
No, Mario.
Oh, sorry. I misheard you there. Joseph the Gamer for 5. I still can't believe people think Jeremy's a simp for Brie Larson because he put her on his thumbnail. I am technically though. I mean, I want Brie Larson to keep saying stupid shit. I want her. I mean, I want her to keep saying everything dumb so I can monetize it. So, all right, let's get through these last couple here. Joseph the Gamer said that dude for 5. Stuttering Craig would be a great guest for bragging rights. Yeah, imagine Craig had some really cool shit.
Yes.
Ty Sloan for 2. Thoughts on SF6 and Ragnarok losing Game of the Year? I think a lot of people thought Elden Ring should win it. So.
Elden Ring should have won it. Elden Ring was the right pick.
John Papasergio for 5. Make an example out of Naughty Dog. Taken to court for loss of revenue due to false flagging should be possible. That is true. That is the repercussions you have. You can do that. But again, that's a lot of fucking effort.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't have the money to get into a pissing contest with the company like that, unfortunately, and that's what it comes down to.
Ty Sloan for 2. Jedi Survivor has controversy over language, I hear. You'd be the one that knows, Ty. I did hear they say like ass or something in it. Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, it's Ty's world and we're all just living in it. He's just having whatever conversation he wants, and I respect it. He's just like, I don't care what the topics are. This is what the fuck I want to talk about right now, bitches.
Super Nate for 5. Sonic Frontier is a great game. Not perfect at all, but I'm super stoked they're adding more content throughout the year. I recommend it. Nice. Yeah, I've heard good things too. Malachi Rhodes for 10. Have any of y'all ever played the Sega Shinobi games on Genesis?
Ooh,
the game has an elite level OST with Solitary being my favorite. Say what you will about Sega, but they can make a killer OST.
I remember the Shinobi games back then. I haven't played those games. I haven't played Shinobi in forever, but I remember it back in the day. That was great. Like you had Ninja Gaiden and you had Shinobi. I would like to actually go back and play Shinobi. So I remember Shinobi.
Titty Smacker for 3. Ryan, do you watch the Full Send podcast? Really, from time to time, but typically it's when they have like a guest that's like I'm really interested in or something. But on occasion,
never even knew who they were until they had Trump on, and then they turned out to be this biggest fucking podcast or one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube, and I'm like, God.
And Nakamamon for 3. I called him Encino Man, and he won't stop bringing it up. Jay, I brought it up once. That's on brand for you, man.
I stay on brand.
Ty Sloan for 2. Do you like Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade? No.
I'm not a Xenoblade Chronicles person. Never played those games, so
And we're all caught up.
No, we're not. We got one more.
Death Adder for $10. Ice Cap Carnival Night and Launch Base Zone from Sonic 3 are heavily speculated to have Michael's music. Those tracks got changed in the latest collection, the original 90s PC release.
The Sonic fandom and the Sonic lore it's so strong out there that I will be interested. I do want to play this new Sonic game to see how it is. Sonic deserves, it deserves a ton of respect with how strong it's kept the foundation over the years. So let's see.
Stephen Wasik for 10. The Sonic movies are like Alita Battle Angel. Compared to other movies, it's okay, maybe good. Compared to other movies, it's of its kind. It's almost Oscar material. Favorite Sonic game is SA2.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good way to look at it. And then XSL says, let me go on bragging rights so I can finally be on Ryan's ass and like the greatest game of all time. I will have no mercy.
I don't go on bragging rights, so get fucked.
Yeah, Ryan's never gonna be on bragging rights, so he's got a better chance being on park hopping again before he's on bragging rights. There's no I remember he's like I remember it's like the first or second episode. He's like, I saw it, you're all happy and you were nostalgic. He's like, fuck that, I want to be happy.
I've given the guidance to fix bragging rights so these fucks can actually afford to do it, but they don't want to listen to me. It's Glenn for 5. Going to fly to Orlando next month for Collecticon. Also going to visit Universal for the Simpsons Land. Is it awesome or a letdown? Jay is king of G&G.
King Jay.
If you like the Simpsons, it's not a letdown at all. If you don't care for the Simpsons, it's just like a big area that you have to walk through. But they have every single thing themed at the Simpsons. I mean, I even took Ryan into the Moe's bar for a flaming Moe that I thought was alcoholic, but it wasn't. So we were both disappointed.
I've had some fun times in Simpsons Land, no doubt.
Yeah.
Ty Sloan for 2. Is God of War getting a live action series? Yeah, probably at some point.
No. It is getting one.
Yeah, with Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. It's gonna.
But it's like just in development though. It's not anytime soon.
It's gonna be terrible.
All right, we're all done.
Hire Jake the Viking. Send him shave his head. He can do it. So, and then you guys want to see Krista Nova and hang out with Jay and go do some park hopping? You guys interested in that? You might want to subscribe to Park Hopping. You might be seeing that in the near future. You might be seeing some vlogs from my nerdy home. You might be seeing Rolo and Joe hanging out. You might see Jay. You might see Tom. You might see Ryan. You might see me. It's going to be some interesting stuff in the next calendar year. Thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate it. The only way that I can afford to do all of this is you guys supporting it, and it's been it's a big project ahead of us, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna kick ass and take names. All right, let's wrap it up. We're gonna call it a night. So, Krista, you got anything going on?
I might go live
on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Krista.
Viper Chief in chat, just letting you know, I am going to America, so suck it. Suck
it! Holy shit. Damn.
I see you, just like how Jay sees you. Ooh. Calling you out. Number one hater.
What
Let's
just
go.
happened?
The Italian side came out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, there's only...
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. What just happened? God bless America.
Well, I wasn't prepared for that one, but hey, that was cool. So I'm okay with that. So, all right. So you're gonna go live over on Twitch, Krista?
Yes, I am.
All right. Cool. Are you playing Fortnite?
Probably.
Damn it.
Okay, no, I won't.
Okay,
I won't.
Good, because I gotta go to bed. Josiah, what you got going on, buddy?
Yeah, just still we're very deep in a lot of different stuff for Epicverse right now. We have a couple big productions that we're going to be working on over the next couple of months with some pretty big names that are going to be attached to those. So very excited for those. And yeah, we're just working away at Epicverse. So just stay tuned. We'll have some stuff to announce probably in the next couple of months. So
okay. All right, good stuff. Jay, do we have any? We don't have any dates yet, do we? We're still working this out.
Yeah, yes, we're working it out with
a
couple other people, but hopefully really soon.
Stay tuned to Park Hoppin', and
very soon.
When we get some details on that, we'll be sharing them through Park Hoppin'. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. My Nerdy Home.
Yeah, come say hi to me on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
Rippa.
Yeah, I am. Well, I've already finished writing Ice on 2. The artists are doing their thing. I got some stuff that I need to look at as far as some layouts today. But yeah, Cliff is chipping away. We're almost done with this damn thing. I think Monday Eric will start some. Eric's gonna be working really closely. Eric Wells, don't know who did the lettering for Rippaverse. We haven't announced anything yet, but he'll be working with us really closely with some other stuff as well going into next week. But nonetheless, he'll get started probably next week as well on the lettering and all that. And I'm just getting all the promotional items ready. And yeah, gearing up for ISOM 2. You know, we got a lot of stuff happening with the Rippaverse new warehouse. Hopefully we'll be finished in terms of its construction next month. So we're just getting ready for ISOM 2's release, and the other books, of course, are still being worked on as well. And yeah, it's just a very, very exciting time right now for us, and that's what we're going to be doing, chipping away.
Hell yeah, man! All right, on. Did we get Sir Ubisoft's $2? If Rippaverse was a game, what would the genre be? If Rippaverse was a game, what genre would it be?
Oh, if it was, well, ideally, even though it'd be the most expensive route, I've said this many times before, I would love to make it like a online kind of action RPG built within the actual Rippaverse, like more so geared towards customization, not having people play as Rippaverse characters, but more so being able to create their own characters within the universe of it. So you see other games like that, DC Universe Online.
Yeah, DC Universe Online is one of the fucking best games ever.
And it's still, and that's why it's still being, you know, despite it being 13 years old, I think now, it's still kicking. But I would like to do something that is akin to that, but more focused on like its combat system, really having like a skill gap, live response type of stuff. That would be ideal for me. But, you know, that's going to be the more expensive route. If we wanted to, like, just start our way up, like either a beat 'em up or a fighter, 2D fighter would probably be.
Dude, do like a Ninja Turtles. Do like a fucking Ninja Turtles.
Like that would be more realistic and less expensive to do something like that to start. Now, I'd be down for something like that as well.
Matthew Griffith, too, concept artist here. Y'all making any video games? Maybe.
We are like, I mean, I was just based on that, I pulled this up. So we do have a game in development, which I don't want to give any specific updates on it, but I have heard from them. We're getting close, but there's no official date whatsoever. But we do have the teaser trailer for Cancel Catastrophe. I'll play that for you guys from T-Rev, the game dev. Really excited for this. The cyborg. Is that Lethal? Lethal.
Yeah, he's doing lightning stuff. Yeah.
Ivan. Ooch.
Uche.
Uche's in it. Rest in peace, Uche. Drunk 3PO. X-Ray Girl throwing wine. FNT crew. Let's go back to that. Hang on. Ah, shit, if I could stop it.
God, Az is big in that.
Yeah, he's pretty. He blew him up, didn't he?
That's everybody.
That's everybody. Yeah. So that's
even
cool
got Dan
right
Bass.
Yeah, even got Dan in there.
Is that a rip up on the wall?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, Rip was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because Mike has the shovel. That's him with the. Mike's way too dark though. Gotta fix that.
There's Krista. There's Ryan. Okay, that's funny as hell. So you got NPC LeBron James with China money.
China money.
That's pretty good, man.
I'm throwing
All right,
truth
that's good.
bombs.
That's good. Next is Ripa.
That's my court. That's an arcade right there. Look at that.
Nice.
Nice.
So there you go. So yes, so you know it's a smaller project, but really excited about this, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. The freaking Uche, man, after passing away, and then you know he's in this game, so but we're looking forward to it. I don't have a time frame on this at all, but definitely we'll keep you guys updated as time progresses. These guys have put a lot of work into this game. There's a lot of time, a lot of passion, a lot of energy. I'm very proud of what they've been doing, and they've put a lot of time into the soundtrack, into the graphics, into the design. That's a lot of fucking characters that they've added, a lot of personalities, a lot of different, like these guys are doing this with like little to no budget, like no money, like they're doing this out of passion. So this is all based on this one right here. So you had Fact Blast right here, which was the very first game. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. That's
the first. That's the first.
That's the song right here. So who's this?
Just to the right. Fact Blast the video. And there it is.
So he made this game. I didn't even know about it.
Hey guys, it's T-Rev.
Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go.
Fact Blast took me 2 years of hard work to make, but it's finally here. My gift to the fan base. If you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, then please click the link in the description and check it out. It's free to play.
Can you still get it?
If you experience
Mm-hmm.
any performance issues while playing the game, try closing some programs or internet tabs on your computer.
Dude, the last fucking level's fucking rough.
Subscribe.
Yeah, dude, that game is not easy. Fact Blast is not easy. And dude, I love the soundtrack on it too. So T-Rev's great. So I really appreciate him. So big shout out to him and his whole crew. They've put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this. So Geeks and Gamers is far more than just me, and I hope everybody starts realizing that. So it's good stuff, man. So,
Ty Sloan for $2. You a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom? Yeah, sure.
Dude, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is so stupidly priced at this point. Like, especially like the Dreamcast version and the PlayStation 2 version. If you have Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Black Label, PlayStation 1, right? It's worth a lot of fucking money. It's crazy how much Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is. At least it was.
Ty Sloan for $2. Do you think Gamora will ever be found in Phase 5? Yes.
Yes. 100%.
There you go.
100%. All right. This is I'm sorry, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Is it 2? Is that what it is? Okay, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, it's insane. Insane how much it goes for. Because I ran across a copy about 2 years ago, and I was like, what? So I traded in for some other stuff. But anyway, okay. So thank you guys. Ryan, what do you got going on? You got your Patriot Outpost tomorrow?
Stream on Patriot Outpost tomorrow at noon Eastern. Other than that, just grinding.
All right, guys. So thank you. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Chris is going live over on her Twitch channel, so go over there, support her, support J&A's. Thank you so much. And then let's see. Doomed Huh says Brett could put Shawn Michaels in the sharpshooter. What? I mean, I don't understand the relevance. Although Brett and Shawn are probably the two greatest in-ring performers ever. But, you know, and WrestleMania, is it 12, Ripa?
Oh, what? The
Iron Man match.
Oh,
13.
Yeah,
I think it was 13.
Yeah.
One of the greatest matches ever.
Yeah.
One of the greatest matches ever. So, okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Jay, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, thanks for asking. If you're going to be in Vegas next week, I'll be at the SHOT Show with Suresh and Tony.
Suresh?
Yeah, at the Vegas SHOT Show. You can find me at the 9 Line booth on Thursday. So,
all right.
If you're there.
Where can they find you?
At Drunk 3PO.
Suresh. He still says it wrong.
I'm going to say it wrong forever just because.
Patriot Outpost.
Just get used to it.
Patriot Outpost tomorrow. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, and we will talk to all of you a little bit later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.